else was turned up. I did mention last week that it started a bit earlier, so they might show up over the next half hour or so. Find something to do for times of trouble like this. Now let me know, can you hear me okay? Looks like it's working. It's hard to tell. It says it's working. There we go. Let's see. Oh well, while we wait, let's do something a little bit more game orientated. What do we got? Put that away. Come up to here. And might as well search the world, see who we can find. See if anyone shows up. I'm going down to here in case people show up in Discord. I should be able to hear them. Oh well. Let's put it some. Let's play a little bit around the world. Something to do. How about a party? Anyone wants to turn up, they can. Party, then anyone can play. So, what we're going to do... Yeah, I'm going to come over here. YouTube. And make sure I'm looking at the right thing. That one. There we go. And let's turn that one off. We're all good. Put that up in case anyone shows up in Zoom. You never know. They might turn up. Oh yeah. Now, we need to go invite. Which means I'll post this out here. If you want to play, jump in. Code is. Hey Matthew, we're no one else has showed up yet. I am starting early. We did talk about starting early next week. I said I'd see how it goes, but as no one else has decided to turn up, I thought I'd play a bit of search the world, GeoGuessr while we're waiting. If you want to join in, there's the code to come join the party. Oops. Party. Just make sure it's the same code. Yep. It is back to party. And that's no one else has joined at the moment. I think I'll just sneak into here. Okay. Bullseye. Let's start going. Oh, I need somebody else. What's playing? Well, I'm playing GeoGuessr if you want to join in. I get somebody else. Do you need to not to go to GeoGuessr? We're just hanging out here at the moment. I'm waiting for the rest of the guys to show up. And we can go. But if you don't want to play GeoGuessr, that's fine. You finally got one. A Discord invite. Cool. I considered it a fair suck, but there's not much going on over there. No one's there. They've gone away. They'll turn up. I think they may have looked at the little snafu that... Yes, straw hats. Wow. No, you don't need Discord to play this game. If you look up before, that's this geoguessr.com/join. Just go to that link, and there's a code there, and you can just jump in. This while in a few minutes, if nobody jumps in, I will just have a quick round by myself. I can't play in this actually. Let's go to world maps. I'm going to be tanks. There's this tank set that I've been playing with farmers from time to time. Let's see, it's this one. World of Tanks. That's the one. Ah, I keep going the wrong way. Too far back. No one there? No, no one there. Okay. It's alright. Let's play this one. Let's go map runner. We'll see how we go. Let's see how quick. You can just let me know. I'll keep an eye on the chat. Oh, I've timed out. I haven't even got started yet. Okay. Let's pick flags. Ooh, no, flags a bit hard. We'll get some energy. Capitals. Okay. No Lindsay this week. Who said that? I've got Lindsay. Definitely got Lindsay. I've got several weeks to catch up on Lindsay. Okay. Has anyone driven down this street before? I'm guessing. Oh, this one's tricky. Come on, catch up, catch up, catch up. Yeah, that writing, I sort of get the feeling. Salon? Let's have a look. Whoops, too far, too far. Just jumping around a bit. Ooh, it's doing funny things. What do we reckon? I don't know. 2 minutes. See, if it was Salon, I'd be there, but maybe not. Let's have a look, maybe. So, Sri Lanka, Colombo. Code is, yes, that's the one. Oh, it was Cambodia. Should have guessed that. We got some joiners? Hang on. Let's jump out. I'm out of energy anyway. Let's go to party. Jumping in? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. I'll give you a few minutes. Just while I'm doing that, I'll just see if any of the guys are floating about. Kirst? Ooh, what's Kirst up to? Oh, he's in now. See if I can give him a bit of a prod. Where are you, Still doing that. Okay. gentle push. Gentle push to those that are hiding over there. Who else is floating around? They're out there, they're just not here. They should be here. They're over on Bev's channel. Oh, let's see. Alan's there. Hang on, Alan. Alan. You should have got my... there he is. Alan, can you hear me? Hang on. Alan, can you hear me? Alan. Let's check. Can you hear me? Oh, should be able to hear me. Can't I hear you? Doesn't look like you're talking. Oh, it says you're talking, but I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? Over there. Should be able to hear you. Let me try that. No. Test. You, that's working. Hello. And go back to here. And go to here. Try again, Alan. Just see if I can hear that. No, I can see that you're trying to talk. What do I do? Let's start Discord again. That's a bit frustrating. Is that any better? No, still no better. That's a bit weird. It just did a reboot and it did an update. I bet you it's done something funny with the sound. Yeah, let me try something. I can see that you're trying to talk. Let's try. Is that any better? No, still no good. Why is it no good? That's very frustrating. Yes, still no good? Yeah, no good. I can see your green thing going, so I know you're there. And I can hear sounds. But I can't hear you guys. Try again. What is going on here? Let me do a little thing and put it so I can just hear you. Test. Can I hear that at least? No. Oh, hello.
Hello, Tim. Hello.
Yeah, I can.
There's Alan.
I can hear you, but I'm going through my speakers. I'm just trying to get it to back through my headphones. It's been a bit of a pain. Oh, what's going on here? So how are we? Hey, Spooky, how are you?
Never better. How's yourself?
Not too bad.
Good.
Let's try again. I'll get you to say something.
testing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. That's very odd. Very odd. It seems to have added another thing to my. I now have 3 different headsets. Okay. You'd think one of them would work.
I think so, but it's not always that simple.
Yeah. I hate it when it doesn't. When you do an upboot. Try again. Let's try that one. Any luck? Say something. No luck. No luck. Worst case, I'll have to put the speakers on. Try headset number 2. Try that one. Is that any luck?
Can you hear me, Timbo?
Ooh,
Can you hear me?
Wow, that's the one. I just did a
Did you,
reboot.
did you do a voice settings reset in Discord?
Yeah, that's what I was playing with. For some reason, when Windows forced an update when I just rebooted, when it came back in rather than one set of drivers for my headphone, it had 3. So I think I've found the right one that works now. Okay, very good.
Congratulations. Right, before now that's sorted, before I return to the Peanuts where I belong, could you stick a Discord link in for the chap out there who wants the Discord link?
I can do that. Not that I keep much track of
Excellent.
Fairsack, but I'm happy to give him the Fairsack one.
Yes.
for
I've tried
typing
to.
chat.
Yes, I'd have done it myself, but I can't make an invite. Don't have the power.
Okay, I'm not sure if I can to this one anyway, because this is Terry's channel, so I don't believe I can actually give him an invite at this point. I haven't gone full over to my own Discord yet. So, hey Blue, how are you?
Well.
Let me go to the side chat, and I shall stick one in.
Thanks for that. Alan does have some. Alan has more juice than I do.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you and return to
the Peanut Butter. Thanks for
jumping in. Yes.
Okay, sorry, Peanut.
Adios.
I think I'm in. I'm in now. I can hear
it's
everybody.
Live already, is it?
Oh yes, we started early. I don't know if you remember last week we said we might start at 8:30. Well, 8:30 my time. Thanks, Alan, for dumping that in. Okay, let's get rid of that. Sorry, we didn't go anywhere with that. How are we all? Sorry about that. No, I sent you some Zoom invites in your DMs.
I didn't get one.
You didn't get one? You did.
I didn't get one
either.
Nothing
in DMs.
I did send them. Try again. Okay. Well, I don't know what the go is there, because I saw them pop up after the last week's one in the DM chat. Let me try again. Where's Zoom gone?
Where's Timbo on there?
So nothing there? Very unusual.
No, last DM from you is the 13th of May.
I'll try again. Okay, let's start with Blue, because his name is longer. So you should have that one, 8:20. So it says in the bottom here, 8:55. And I'll go to Paul. He's got one there at 8:56. One at Alan. 8:56. One for Farmers. One for Matt. No, Matt's definitely got one there. You got invites now?
Yep.
Cool. I don't know what's going on there. I definitely sent them. But I do notice that it's only posted it a few minutes ago. I don't know. There's something to do with that Discord going funny, I think. Oh, yes, it is an earlier starting time than normal, Armageddon. Sorry if I'm waking you up. Where's good old Terry? Terry is recovering, was the last word we had. He's taking it easy at the moment. Bleeding amateurs. No, it's not my fault. That's why I try and get started early. I'm a little bit too early. I got Paul in here. I got Alan in here.
Yeah.
I can hear you. Oh, that sounds better. Sounds so much nicer through Zoom.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes.
I've got a new boom mic too, so I don't know if my sound shouldn't sound any different. It's not sitting on the desk now. It's on a boom arm that I bought to see how that goes. Let's find Zoom pictures out. I've lost Blue. You still there, Blue? Maybe your Zoom's playing up again. Who knows? I'll just go back so I can see if he says anything back in Discord, and I might just put my mic on. Okay. Hi, Skunk Cats. I can see you're over in Discord there. If you post anything, I'll see it. Okay. What exciting things happened to you the last few days, Alan?
Oh, I managed to go out to a local church at one of the villages. I got a lift to a church, to take photographs. Get there, get it all set up, get the camera out, switch the camera on, and it didn't do anything because guess who forgot to put the bloody battery in it?
That's the lens cap of the day.
So I was able to get a lift again yesterday. So I went back yesterday, and the weather was even better yesterday. It was on Sunday, so that was kind of good.
I was thinking when you said you're going to church that you were taking pictures of the services or something, but I've just realised you were probably looking at gravestones and other things of the like.
If you would like to enable sharing, I'll show you.
Oh, sharing! Why do I have to do that every time? There's Blue. I can hear him. You're having trouble with Zoom, Blue.
Timbo.
Yes, I can hear you. Hang on a sec. Whoop. I can hear you, Blue. Are you having trouble with Zoom?
Yeah, I can't join because that link you sent me does not give me the meeting ID and passcode.
You need that. Okay.
I have to have that because I got to join through the browser because something's wrong with Zoom. I don't know what it is.
Well, let me see if I can get the meeting ID and info for you. Okay. Let me do this in your DM. So, it doesn't have a passcode, but I'll type in the meeting ID. Here's a... that's the meeting ID. Can I paste that in again just in case? That's the full... there we go, that's got the passcode in it. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully that's that'll get you in.
Yeah, I think so. Let me try it.
Yeah. Sorry, Alan. You guys could hear Blue then, couldn't you? I think.
Yes, we could.
Yeah.
Well, I could.
going through Discord and back into Zoom, so it's all right. So it's a backup system. Oh, that's a church.
Yes,
You have such green
early
grass.
12th century, I think.
You have such green grass.
Don't we?
I think a green
It's-
grass like
it's-
that with a lot of
it's-
irrigation.
It's the middle of May and it's been pissing down with rain for the last 4 months. Of course the grass is green.
Yeah.
Unless it's black and white, of course.
Yes, that's right. There's blue coming in. I was at my mother's place yesterday. Yesterday? Oh, the day before Monday, whenever Monday was. And it'd been raining here for a while, but it wasn't green. There's green stuff amongst the tussocks, but no, it's not very green.
Yeah, so it's this is All Saints Church at oh, bugger me, I forgot what.
England.
Too many flipping villages round here. It's Horsey, All Saints Church, Horsey,
There we go.
which is in the Norfolk Broads National Park.
Right.
This is about probably less than 2 kilometres from the sea as well.
Okay.
In fact, we put the river that's at Potter High, at Potter Heigham, where you've seen me in the past.
Yeah.
That river rises less than 1.5 kilometres from the sea.
Okay. Yeah.
Takes 26 miles, which I think is about 36 about 30 something kilometres to get to the sea from where it starts.
Okay.
Because Norfolk is so flat, the river runs the wrong way to start with.
Right. What's the tree's excuse? I don't know. That's the tree in the front there. That's looking a bit sad.
Oh, well, I think it's actually
Oh, you're already
you or what? You or Box? Oh no, sorry, the tree. That's the tree there that's looking a bit sad. I think it obviously had something unhappy happen to it, so it's only just starting to regrow itself. Of course, you go there. There, the church is open, so you can go inside, but there's nobody there to ask anything about it.
Right.
And of course, this is one of the reasonably famous round tower churches that we've got. Most of them in the world are in Norfolk.
Okay.
There's a few. There's sort of 3 or 4 in Suffolk. There's three or 4 in Essex, and then there's about 20 across the rest of the continent of Europe.
Okay.
But the towers have to be round, because when you're building in this flint cobbles and mortar to style, you can't put corners in. Very easy. You have to put something else in to make the corners.
Okay.
So, they kind of put an octagonal bit on the top with some bricks in it, but the main part of it they make round because it's
Right.
like easy and cheap. and this was like 700 or 800 years ago.
Twas a while.
So a while. But the stained glass isn't that old, because of course, what with the Reformation and then the Puritans getting in during the Commonwealth, after when we got rid of King Charles I, they painted over all the nice painted plaster, and ripped out all the stained glass windows.
Yeah. Because can't have fun.
Yeah. So this one was put in 1871.
Yeah.
And then this one was a little later. This one was put in 1890.
Okay.
The name of the person in the image is Catherine Ursula Rising, born the 22nd of August 1847 and died the 8th of December 1890.
And what did she do to deserve a stained glass window?
She was probably a member of one of those families that was
Rich enough to buy stained glass
rich.
windows. Rich enough to buy stained glass windows. Yes.
Yeah, I in passing, I spoke to one of the landlords. One of the owners of a lot of the local land.
Yeah.
And I mentioned I'd been there, and he went, "Oh, such and such family still think that's their own church."
Yes, that happens.
Yeah. So, and that's the nave and the altar. Still, luckily enough, still got the original rood screen in it, because they were also ripped out wholesale during the religious wars.
Yes.
But no, Norfolk's managed to keep a fair few. The one in my local parish church is the same. In fact, my local parish church is almost identical inside. It's just the one in the village here. The walls don't lean out quite so much, because those walls are actually leaning out. Then it's not me.
No, it's not the photo. It's
Getting the camera pointing in a silly direction. It is. The walls are sloping.
That's the way.
And the floor is sloping, so the chairs all slope as well.
Yeah. Well, there's ceilings pushing out the walls, which is a problem with our churches.
And then, of course, such a small village that they only have one entry for their World War II memorial. Which is a good thing, I suppose. But yeah, so that's what Alan's been up to.
So tell me, Paul, have you checked for the ducks haven't made tunnels for escape routes? They haven't got Tom, Jerry, and it wasn't Tom and Jerry. What was the one?
No, they don't dig tunnels, but we did find one duck outside the shed today. It hid under the tractor and came out under the tractor when we were going out the shed.
It snuck out. They've got an evil plan. I'm telling you, they're preparing for an uprising. It's a good thing you rotate them. They don't get there long enough for their plans to come to fruition. Yes. Hopefully the market stays and the rotation keeps going. So you've got a very short mystery scientist today.
Yeah, I'm just organising a clue now. Give me a minute or so.
I'm just pasting for those that can't read the Zoom, but should be able to see it. But that's Paul's letters for his mystery scientist today. And how are you, Blue? I can see you're muted at the moment. I don't know if you can hear me.
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Not too bad. I was being really nerdy and spent a whole lot of time putting in the logo at Livingston levels for my own sake.
Yeah.
Oh,
They all do the same thing.
I don't know why you do that. Why sit there and do that? But, it was something to do. That one's I find that one more interesting than the Harvard one, I've got to admit. Because the tangent point's got to be partway along the southwestern now. So that one's got to blow MJ's mind. Because you've got, using his rules, you've got one that's got 0 level because it's got the same elevation at the start and the end, and then the other one's got a slope.
Yep.
I think one of the other guys reckons in your Discord that the tangent point actually isn't on the arm, that it's part way off, but I'm not sure about that. I'd have to do some maths, check that one out. That was a tricky one. Geese. No, Zeblon. It is not geese. George G. That's a bomber pilot. That's a G for George is a plane we have here in the Australian War Memorial. Did a lot of bombing, but it's not that. Did you hear, Alan?
Would that be the Lancaster?
Yeah, that's right. It's Lancaster, G for George, with the Australian crew. It's farmers connecting in. And we saw it was the anniversary, g'day farmers, of the Dam Busters this week.
Yes, it was this morning.
Yes, well, late for me, it was yesterday evening, but it's okay. Farmers.
Well, it was the night of the 16th, the night of the 16th and 17th of May. So
that was but they did more than one dam run that way, didn't they?
Sorry,
they did one more. They busted more than one dam, didn't they?
They did the Mona and the Sorper.
I
think it was.
They had 3 possible targets, and they hit 2 of them. If I remember rightly.
My Zoom's making farmers look like Max Headroom.
Looks fine here.
Have a look on the
I thought they
output.
I thought they bombed 4 and destroyed 2.
Okay.
Because there was the Mona, the Sorper, the Ida,
Mona, and Sorper.
I thought there was another one as well. Been a while since I read Paul Brickell's book. Or saw the film based on Paul Brickell's book.
I think, yeah, I think I caught a bit of it 2 weeks ago. They've been playing it an awful lot and then didn't play it last night, which...
Yeah.
And do you know what?
They wouldn't.
I was tracking that Lancaster yesterday and I thought, oh, it's coming this way. No, it turned right at Milton Keynes. I thought, oh, you bastard. I thought it might make it over to Silverstone, but not quite.
That's so good.
Yeah, well, I think it was mostly the wrong nationality flying out of Silverstone, wasn't it?
Yes. No, I'd seen the projected flight path and thought, oh, it's not making it over.
Welcome
It's just
back,
basically
part
doing Tour of East Anglia.
All right. Well, just because, who was it who requested it very vehemently? I think, was it Spooky who was really dying for me to put on Lindsay earlier? I'm pretty sure it was. I was going to get started with a bit of Lindsay, so you had a chance to catch a cup of teas and get ready. I'm just going to
That's
put
just
out.
where I was. Cup of tea.
Just got your cup of tea? I'm just putting out for those that want to play Lindsay Bingo. Ooh, he's got a cup of tea. Where's mine? Don't bother because I don't drink tea. Or coffee, for that matter.
Oh, I think you
What,
managed to
just
fail to
survive
get
by
the.
osmosis?
Fail on the link again? Hang on a sec. Let me do it this way. This seems to work if I do it this way. Try that one. Yeah, sorry about farmers. Yeah.
Yeah, do you just not drink at all then? You just absorb it through your skin?
Yeah. No. My mum tried to get me to drink tea. And I did for a couple of years, but I think, I don't know, whether I was about 8, and I realised I was having 6 teaspoons of sugar in my tea.
Blimey.
And I said, not that I was worried about the sugar, it was just sort of like, oh, well, I'm just making it so sweet. Just why bother drink it? Just have soft drink or have something else. So I stopped drinking tea. And I never liked coffee. Coffee's horrible. But then again, the coffee we had in our house was International Roast. So maybe if I'd grown up with something different, I may have had a different appreciation.
Well,
my volume's low, is it? Hang on a sec. I do have a new, and I could. It is possible that I've turned the volume the wrong way because it is now hanging upside down. So that should be louder. I think. No, actually.
Have you seen what Zebulon says in the chat?
What does Zebulon say?
yeah, I think he's got a very good point there, or two.
Orphan Red. Can we watch Orphan Red? You have to give me a link.
Oh dear.
Is she still going?
Yeah, she's back apparently.
Oh,
I think she did. I think she said. I think she's very recently said something stupid again.
well, that's to be expected.
Our Canadian with a genius level IQ, or at least a Mensa level IQ.
I don't know her. You'll have to fill me in. Is that a bit sad?
Do we want Orphan Red or do we want Orphan Blue?
She put up something 3 weeks ago, but it looks like it's probably a mirror of Mr. Subrat.
So what does she do? Just the usual.
Pretty much is the same thing as the title page of my quizzes, Timbo.
Oh, right. So that's the attraction, is it?
She used to have 2 YouTube channels. The one where she's being an idiot and you know, being a typical flirt and all the red of it is Orphan Red. She used to do another one called Orphan Blue. That had, shall we say, slightly more adult content.
More blue? Would that be the point of that? Okay.
I mean, considering it's YouTube, so you know, don't get too excited. But
so this is
you tend to see
this is
more.
her, is it?
That's Orphan Red, yeah.
It's Orphan Red.
Does someone you love believe in the flat Earth? No, I don't think. I was going to say has
what's his name? Everett done some of hers? Maybe she just looks like the sort of thing that would turn up on Everett.
I think he might have covered her way back when.
Long,
She
long
has-
time ago.
She hasn't been around for a while. She used to come out with dumb things like the probes we send out to places like Jupiter and Saturn and take photographs where they can't be real because there's nobody there to see the cameras taking the photographs.
Okay,
Clearly they're fake.
so this is
You
a couple
have to be there looking through the camera to take the photographs, otherwise they're not real. And at the same time, she reckons she's a member of Mensa.
Okay, right.
Yeah, she's a bit special. Bless her.
See, one of these ones I've heard,
Oh.
I'm a member of Mensa, I've got a 350 IQ. And I say, right, well, the fact you're saying 350 IQ tells me that you're not a member of Mensa.
Yeah.
If you look in a live stream record, there's only two there. One is 4 years ago. Did I get in Mensa? Let's open the results together.
Where's this in? In her YouTube video?
If you look under live.
Okay, let's go back. Back. Live. Did I get in Mensa? 1 hour and 10 minutes. I won't play it.
To open an envelope.
She ain't in Mensa.
Join Mensa. That's just to get in. That's just the website.
I mean, you don't get in Mensa; you become a member.
Yeah, that's right. You got to pass the IQ quiz, and then you got to pay.
Anyone who
money.
uses language like "Did I get in Mensa?" doesn't really qualify.
So where's a Mensa? It's a badge you got to buy. There's a badge you got to get anyway. Oh, you can buy, I suppose. You don't have to. Okay, so I don't see much evidence in that. I'll have to look into that. It's a bit long for me to go through at the moment. Yes, she's not filling me with confidence on that one. So, let's have a watch. I haven't seen her before.
I have the lunar lander, one of the lunar landers that landed on the moon. And what
Can
about
you
the
do that
curtain
okay?
rods? What about the curtain rods? Don't worry about the curtain rods. This is definitely one of the lunar landers that landed on the moon. It's not something made for a school play by the art department or anything like this. So, what about the curtain rods? What about the curtain rods? Don't
What
worry about the
curtain
curtain
rods?
rods. No windows. So, there's no air pressure on the
Well,
moon.
there are windows.
So
They're on the other side
you
of
can't
that
use a
picture.
barometric
You're looking at the arse
So,
end of it.
how do they know how far they are from the surface of the moon? Don't know. They started with very
How
good
do they know?
intentions. They said, "We are
They
going to
had
make
little
this look very neat and everything
prodding
very,
rods
very
and
good."
stuff,
Okay?
so they
And
never know
have these
where.
bendy over things that they put a nail through. Dun, 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 dun. And then they just ran out. They ran out of them. So this gold framing this box, this would have acted like a capacitor when they were going through the Van Allen radiation belt.
No, it wouldn't it?
And what about the curtain rods? What about the curtain rods? Don't worry about the curtain rods. So all this heating proofing here, it doesn't matter. This here would have made the whole
What
thing
heating proofing?
melt. And all of this, everything, all of it, melt as they go through
What?
the Van Allen radiation belt. Either melt or lose the atomic bonding and make
What?
all of the atoms separate and fly off.
How
Well,
much radiation do you think's in there?
Don't
Van
tell me
Allen
you're
belt?
super active, you're an
Maybe,
idiot.
who knows, that this is like cardboard or maybe
You can tell that by looking at the
plaster
picture.
for doing drywalling. Look
Oh
at
yeah, they
this
made it out of
line,
plasterboard. That's
okay?
right. Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if there's a lemon hanging from the top.
Well, you would,
So
wouldn't
they
you?
made it.
Yeah.
But look, you see how they didn't know to put a pin there so that this doesn't buckle? You see how they
Maybe
didn't
it
know
came
to
out
maybe
while they
move
were
this
landing.
in a little
It
bit so
does.
it doesn't overhang? And you
Only
see
shielding.
all the buckling here. They can't make a lunar lander, but they had to make it because they are very, very smart. And what about the curtain rods? What about the curtain rods? Don't worry about the curtain rods. You think this went to the moon? Don't know.
Yes. Well, okay.
There you go.
I get it.
I've forgotten all about him, to be honest.
There you go. Well, he hasn't done a lot. That was, well, not recently anyway. So it was that one, and there was this one 6 months ago, but that's about it. and live was just those ones. So, there you go. I'll have a look at some of those, but not now. Because
Super Rats won't be doing anything lately.
No, Super Rats won't.
It's Super Rats. Is he incarcerated or?
He's dead.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
dead.
COVID.
COVID.
He done got
is it, he's
cancer
one of
and
those
died.
ones that said COVID wasn't real, and then
No.
COVID told him otherwise.
Oh, was his the big C? Was it?
Yes, I'm just trying to remember which one it was. No, I can't remember, but apparently he didn't believe in mainstream medical treatment for cancer, and he tried all the weird, alternatives until it was too late. And even his family said, "Look, you need to be doing this properly," and it was too late. I just can't remember what bloody cancer it was. But yeah, he basically shunned, the typical chemotherapy and all the rest of it, and tried all the wacky alternatives that don't work till it was too late. And then of course, it was too late.
When my son got cancer, we got a few people come and tell us, "Oh no, you don't do the chemo. Do this and do that." And I said, "No."
Yeah.
Yes.
But he was. Who went over and lived with him for a bit? What was her bloody name? Patricia Steer, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
She went over there and lived with him for a bit, and it didn't work out.
Didn't end well.
It was even too weird for her. So that's got to be something. That's saying something.
Oh dear. Sounds a bit. Sometimes I feel like I missed out not being in the Flat Earth community in 2016 and 15.
Back in the day, Flat Earth used to be fun because it was just like the goings on were just quite unbelievable,
Yeah.
and now it's just a bunch of morons
It is.
regurgitating stuff that we heard years ago. But back then it was like, they're doing what? What's going on? Yeah.
I've got.
They would actually try and argue their point, but nowadays they just say dumb shit.
Yeah, and ignore it. I got a video later from Flat Out. Sorry, FOW. What's that? FOW. Why did I write FOW? FOT. Flat Out Truth. And he's reminiscing.
Yeah, the one.
He's reminiscing about
the one
old
really
days.
pissed off that he couldn't get Flat Out as a user because somebody already had it.
So it's now Flat Out 2.
Who turned out to be who turned out to be an incredibly funny person.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know they're old now, but watching Flat Out's Flat Earth videos is it's interesting, isn't it, Farmers?
Yes, very.
I'll have to go back and have a look.
I'm guessing Paul and Blue would remember him as well.
Yeah, kinda.
Who?
Flat Out, the guy, the Flat Earth comedian with the planks of wood on his feet and stuff like that.
And tubing in all sorts of strange places and weird experiments in his back garden and Christ knows what else.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, we have to do part 2 of Lindsay because we listened to part 1 last week, and once you've listened to part 1, you have to listen to part 2, surely.
Am I excused then? Because I didn't listen to part 1.
Oh, sorry. I'll send you a special link.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. So if you go into that, thing you can do your bingo. So there's one in the meeting chat, and I posted it back out in the what's he? Give me a few seconds to load that up, because you know
It's missing the O.
I'm missing the O. Oh, yeah, well, I'm only doing 4x4. If I do 5x5, it gets to
Oh,
bingo.
okay, right.
You still haven't corrected the spelling of inertia.
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah.
It's a classic.
You knew what it was. Is that good enough?
We're going for phonetic spelling, are we?
Look, it says when I put in my thing here, it doesn't say it's wrong. So therefore, it must be correct.
No, that's because it
You mean
wouldn't
you've
have a clue.
corrected your dictionary so it spells it wrong?
Yeah, it's so wrong that it has no idea what you're trying to say.
I don't even have a letter. Doesn't even have a letter under it. Let me put it into. I'm going to do a little test here while we're waiting. While I'm just giving a few people a chance to get into their bingos. Let's see. State of inertia. Look, see, it knew what it was.
Oh,
Yeah, and it gave you the correction.
It gave you
yeah, it gave you the correction.
It's search instead of state
Can I just
inertia.
say before we get too much further?
Yeah, go on.
When I came home on Sunday, I listened to your quiz
Yeah.
where you had to guess the title of the song.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely superb. I got two of them right off the bat because obviously Pink Floyd and the Eagles.
Well, I do have another one for you tonight if you're interested.
Oh, cool! Because most of the others I got on the second one. I think there might
Yep.
have been the Beatles one. I thought I just couldn't
Good.
see what that was, but no, I did enjoy that.
Yeah. Oh, it was a bit of fun, so I've made another one
Yeah.
for tonight
Oh,
if you
great.
want.
Thanks, Paul. That sounds
Oh,
good.
outstanding.
We can do that in a little bit. Let's do a bit of flirting. So we'll get back to here.
Go on then.
Go on. How big is it? It's
Go
only
on.
13 minutes. It's not long.
Oh,
you would have missed out. He got to the. He only did about 10 minutes last week, so he must have put a different memory card in because he cut out early.
Oh right. Oh wow.
This is part 2.
Maybe he'd forgotten to empty it off in the previous time.
I don't know.
Welcome back, part 2. Come back and check out part 1. My battery ran flat, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, his battery
We're
ran
talking
flat.
about the expansion
Sorry,
of
I've
Earth,
got to.
expanding out from the centre of the Earth.
I forgot to pull my bingo over.
So, this is what happens in the toroidal field of our Earth. Everything not
Look,
fixed to
Lindsay
the
speed.
Earth will expand as it moves south. This is why we talk about giants in the Bible. Giants here,
What?
or Norse mythology.
Oh,
Little-
I got
little
lost
people,
mythology.
little trolls, or giants. Giants in those days, it's just all a story. Analogies. So, every latitude is relative to the observer. So the field expands outwards. Everything in the field expands outwards because we are all creatures of light. Everything on earth is of the light. Everything is of light. The magic of the light. And we're in the electromagnetic field in this light.
Saying
we
it 3
obviously
times
expand with it, all the
doesn't
animals, everything. Take anything from the ground, take it with you, it's now in the
doesn't
ether,
make it true.
it will expand with you.
Oh,
You
I've
could
got to put in
like
ether for next week.
a pinhead here, by the time you get out here, it's a flipping size of a truck.
Where are you watching it?
So what's
Oh, where
happened?
are we
Why did
watching
that bring
it?
you back to this
Watching-
whole idea?
Oh, okay. You should be able to see. Can you see my Zoom link? Is my video in Zoom? Can you guys see my video in Zoom? You should see the.
Yeah, that's why I'm watching it.
Yeah,
don't-
I have pinned you so I can.
So, you don't see my video?
Nope.
Nope. Because you're in.
Right.
Let's see.
I'm off. I'll catch you later.
Okay.
Oh, all right, then, mate. See you later.
See you there, mate.
Right on.
Zoom out.
So-
Yeah.
You should be seeing me. Let me see if I do this, whether that changes anything. I've got turned myself off. I don't know. Does that make it any better? Can you see me now?
Nope.
Timbo Turtle? Can you see everyone else? First question. Can you see Farmers and George Gamow? Yes, no, maybe?
I don't see anything in Zoom, just a black screen.
Okay. Do you know why? What if were you able to see Alan when he was sharing?
Just keep going. You guys are fine. I'll watch it on YouTube.
Okay. I was gonna say I can share it up here if you want, so you can see it. But where are you? OBS. Maybe I want share. Okay, I put it up there. So that should be sharing.
Oh.
I don't know if it is or not. Okay, let's push
Yes,
play.
it is.
There where you've got the North Pole and the South Pole. Because look, it's all relative. It's all relative to the arcs of longitude. Latitudes will stay the same. It's this expanding outward arcs of longitude. So you're expanding with the whole system. So, see, it's relative to you. It's relative to him. So you've got no idea this is happening to you because you can't. There's no way of you relaying this back to this guy here.
Then how do you know it's happening?
Your camera, everything is expanded with you. It's just the heavenly realm we exist in. And whether humans can handle this or not, I don't know, but this is probably one of the reasons why your elite system doesn't talk about it. There's a lot of secrets that you don't know that they keep to themselves.
Well, how do you know them?
So understand that the expansion
We just made it
of
up.
the Gleason map goes hand in hand with the Mercator map. Because the Mercator map shows you that all these lines are parallel because they're all relative to the observer in his place on Earth. Okay? Man's arc of horizon is a separate thing again.
Oh,
He's only
arc of
seen
horizon.
So far. He sees everything go over his arc of horizon like this. This is why nothing shrinks or expands. It would only be due to atmospheric conditions because it's all perpendicular to him off the arc.
Hang on.
So why would it change? So it's all the same distance all the way over his arc of horizon. So because his arc of horizon is curving, so something goes out of his horizon, they want you to think it's going over the Earth ball, over the physical ball, but it's only going over your arc of horizon perspective. Yeah, look, it's curled, right? Your flat plane. This is Euclidean geometry. Check out Pythagoras. It's about the hemisphere. Another thing about globies, they're so simple.
What?
They say, well, how can flat Earth have a northern and a southern hemisphere? Well, if you've got one hemisphere from north all the way to south, and you want to talk about the northern side, because halfway through you've got the tropical gap, south-north, what are you going to call the northern side of your hemisphere? Wouldn't you call it the northern hemisphere? And the south part of the hemisphere would be called the southern hemisphere. Whoa, globies don't understand that. So straight away, you know you're dealing with some dodos who don't think. Okay? Understand the expansion. Understand man's observation, his perspective. This is in the Hermetic, Egyptian Hermetic, thousands of years old. Man's arc of horizon, his perspective.
Oh, Lindsay.
So we have the Gleason map and understanding the globe. Why a globe? Because it's a coordinate system. That's all it's good for, a coordinate system.
What
You
one
don't
that
have
works?
Captains trying to navigate with a ball in their office, do they? No.
Then why
No, they've
globe?
got flat maps, haven't they? No, it's just a coordinate system for their GPS, etc. And because it's round, the Earth is round, so is Earth, flat Earth is round, except it's not a sphere. There's no way, they have no proof whatsoever that Earth is a sphere.
Well, apart from the
Have they?
pictures.
No.
And
What they're doing is taking your arc of horizon and telling you it's the Earth that's curving away. No, it's not. It's just your perspective. Earth is still flat. Inside is the flat, fixed plane. Now, because Earth is from the place of rest, I've mentioned this in the previous video, it's the black
Go on,
hole.
watch me
It's the
click
state
that
of
one.
rest.
oh, black hole.
It's like the eye
Black
of the
hole.
storm, it's resting.
Oh,
State
and
of
that one.
rest.
Yeah.
That's why Earth is fixed and stationary. That's the place we all go to in meditation. That's where you want to go to. The dark place where everything is still and dead quiet, dead silent. That's raising your consciousness, elevating, receiving higher frequencies.
Oh,
The whole thing about waking up is receiving a high frequency.
What
That's
is
common
beneath?
men down in their
What
dung
is
gate
beneath?
do not receive. They're down here. the higher frequencies are up here. You have to raise your Kundalini, raise your Christ to get to the
Kundalini.
mountain to
I was
get
gonna
the
put that in.
antenna catching all the frequencies that no common man receives. Okay, so I'll show you the Mercator map.
Okay. One Mercator map.
Here's the Mercator. What have we
How
got here?
old's that?
Parallel lines. All parallel arcs of longitude. Because they're all relative to the observer. So if you're here, then obviously that's referring to you. If you're down here, it's all relative to you, that's referring to you too.
But it's not right.
You are
You
in
go
that
up to
system.
Greenland, it's not even
Even though
close.
you've expanded, it's still, all this is still relative to you in that expanded ether. Like when we're talking some silly so-and-so on some man Dan site or something, blah 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 blah. I told them what was going on, but they're too ignorant. Because I was talking about the distance flight paths on Earth while we fly the great circles. It's another video we'll have to get into. Understanding the great circles, sticking to the latitude because it's relative to the observer.
But they
it's
don't
relative
fly
to
along
everything.
the
So
latitude
you want to be
lines.
sticking to the great circle.
Oh dear.
And if you don't, if you start crossing it willy-nilly, where's the system to guide you? Because if you leave your great circle,
Or
you're
the
not to go
plane.
east to west, are
Does
you?
that mean
You
you've
start
got to
trying cut
fly
across it, you
so
start
far
cutting into
across
either
and
north
then
or
go
south,
90
or
degrees and
northeast,
go up?
north-south, things start getting complicated for the system. You have to follow a computer-guided route.
You don't. Well, what did they do
It's a
before
great old
computers?
map, isn't it? See, all the latitudes are pretty well right. What have
Just
we got
cross
here?
your
Is that
fingers and hope.
There's a big gap in there.
Apparently.
Also, I can't really see, I've got my reading glasses on. Well, they're stretched out a bit here. Aren't they?
Ooh, dear.
Get into that some other time. Why that is, I'm not sure. I've got my head around that.
Oh dear.
So, if you really want to understand the truth, you'll have the globe over there as your coordinate system or a way of seeing the Earth in one pretty model.
In the way it actually works. But
You could also
okay.
have the Gleason map, which is showing you the expansion of the field and how the continents are all relative to arcs of longitude, stretched to suit the arcs of longitude. And then you can have yourself a Mercator map, which would be the one you'd probably use for navigation. Okay?
Probably not.
So,
No, probably not.
there you have it. We've got the inside Earth, inside our realm. Outside our realm is in this
Come on.
area here,
What is beneath?
beyond
what
the
is beneath?
event horizon, science likes to call it.
Event horizon.
I hope a lot of you guys are
Oh, I
reading
don't
this,
have
The
that.
Desire of Ages. It's,
No.
it's basically the Bible made simple, understanding it in simple terms, and actually exposing what it really means.
Just doesn't
They-
talk about, God
I
and
suggest people not
Jesus.
read the Bible,
But anyway.
because the Bible is about stuff like this. If you don't understand it all, there's no point reading it. And the Bible is basically a manual. Starts off somewhere,
Bible.
specifically in here.
It's
about
Bible,
the
remember,
Emmanuel,
it's
because the
bi
Bible
as in
is
two
the Emmanuel.
bulls.
It's the beginning of man's creation, his enlightenment. He starts with his manual. This is the Bible, the King James Version in particular, because the story's there, but not in words. It's not seen. Because that person's picking up the higher frequencies, the
What about
godly. This is what they say, the Word of God.
1,500 years before
It's
the King
in there.
James Version was written.
No one's saying it's written by God. It's
Yes,
the
Frank.
Word
I
of
want to see
God,
all the cut footage
possibly
from
written
that
by
film,
man.
but it was lost.
but whether
Properly lost.
either man,
Yes.
whether a man actually wrote it or scribed it in mud clay
Bible,
bricks.
yeah, that's
it
it,
might have just
Frank.
appeared, like the Great Pyramid. So understanding the divinity of our realm, people need to get their head around that. It's not all physical. It's not physical. Okay, so this is video 2 because the first video ran out. Go back and check out the first one. Hope you understand everything
I
there.
don't think you've said much
You
more
want to
than you did
understand
in
how
the
the
first
southern
one, I
field
believe.
moves around the northern hemisphere. Check out my earlier videos. Nice number, isn't it? 333.
gonna run out
33.3% bigger than the northern hemisphere. All these star rotations, or this motion that flows around the Earth. So,
The end.
Oh.
Well, that was short.
Well,
The end.
I got more than I usually do.
Didn't even say goodbye. How rude.
No. I've got
Okay.
6.
I want to know who's got my card, because if I do this, who's...
Me.
Is that
Yeah.
you?
Did you notice? Did you notice the thing switches it? Well, you put it in the friggin' chat. That's why.
Did I post mine in the chat?
Yes.
Oh, I did too.
I clicked
Yeah.
on the link. I clicked on the link in the chat.
Oh dear, I just lost all my screens.
Oh yes, no, it's somebody's got tropical gout. Yeah.
That's what happened. Okay.
If you do this, bing, bing, bing.
Go.
Okay, that's silly. I shut that down. Oh dear.
I'm thinking, surely no one's typed it out from the tube. I've just lost one of my screens. So I'm sort of madly trying to work out what happened.
I don't think in missing the first one, I actually missed anything of any worth or value.
No, I don't think he did. There wasn't a lot in it. And I've got to admit, he didn't add much to it in that one either. We're a bit behind. I might have to skip a few. Get closer. Catch up a bit.
He's been a bit busy recently, hasn't he, I think?
Yes, he sort of getting 1 or 2 out a week. Oh, okay. I'm back. I now have... Where's my Zoom gone? I'll sit over there. Hang on. There. Okay, that's right. I'm sharing. I was trying to work out why my... why I couldn't see it. That's because I shared it so Blue could see what was going on. There we go. There. All good. All good. Yeah, one of my cables was loose. All my screens just disappeared and went black for a second. I was a bit concerned. Bit concerned. Ooh. I've got to get rid of hide myself. Whoop, Paul. Blue's dropped out. He must be going to try and come back in again. Okay.
Either that, he's gone to wind Bev up again.
Possibly.
Because he was earlier on.
Was he? Over in his Bev's Discord or his Discord? Or just somewhere else?
No, he was over in Geo's. I'm not a member of Geo's Discord server, but they play it live on YouTube, don't they? And I was listening that to a bit, and that, of course that's showing what's going on in their text chat. And Bev's in there getting very confused and saying, no, the surface of the sphere is 3D, blah blah blah. You know, because he can't get his head around a surface being 2-dimensional.
Yeah. I've got a I don't think I've got Geo's Discord. I think I had it, but I don't think I've got it anymore. Doesn't matter. I'll look it up on YouTube.
No,
I'm not jumping
I'm not
into
in
it.
that one.
I spend more of my time at Gem Pandas, but that's just because it's easy just to turn it on and listen.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's sort of a nice balance of you get except when Mabbit's on, it just gets loud. You can often do something.
There was some dick from Australia called George there today.
Oh God! Yeah.
What a moron!
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I mean, he wasn't even funny or entertaining. It was just cringe.
What do you think? What was he, drunk or high?
I don't know.
One or the other, wasn't it?
Both, and something else as well.
Oh dear.
Do you want to guess a few song titles?
Yeah, I was going to say, let's put some song titles up.
Well, have a go, yeah. We'll give it a bash.
You should have sharing, right? So just throw it up.
Yep. Okay. Alrighty. Is it visible?
It is visible and it's going out. It should be seen on YouTube.
All right. Okay. So once again, we've got 10 song titles. It's the usual. You get all blank letters except for the first letter and first clue. You get the first letter of each word in the second clue. You get the first and last of the third clue, by which time you should have it. But even if then you don't get it, you get a picture. So here we go. This is the first one. It's quite a long one. I'll give you a little bit of time.
Well,
see if you can get it.
Well, and yeah, I think I'm gonna need more letters.
Yeah, that's blimey. Well,
Okay. Not yet.
Not
Okay.
yet. Not yet.
I've
More
got to
letters.
get the peanuts up. There I go.
Yeah, you've
All
got to
right.
get
Yeah, give him a sec. Give him a sec.
Righto. There's the first letter of each word.
It's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. It's go, go, go.
Not go, go, go.
The money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready. Now go.
It's go,
Cats
go.
Go, cat, go. That's the one. Well done. Well
Elvis.
done, Timbo.
Elvis the pelvis.
Elvis the Pet. What was the song? Blue Suede Shoes.
Shoes, yes.
There you go. Well done. Well done. All right. Here's your next one.
Jeremiah had a bullfrog.
What?
Is it Jeremiah had a bullfrog?
Did he?
Apparently so, yes.
He had a bullfrog. How did he do that?
He had, yes. I thought he was.
Yeah.
It was a bullfrog. Well,
You're right. You're right. You're right, farmers. Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
Was a bullfrog.
Yeah, indeed. Very well done.
Oh, God,
All
who was
right.
it who sung that?
and I
Okay.
can't even Google food that one. just happened to come out. Sorry, sorry, Peanuts, for getting too quick on that one. You can have a go on this one.
Nothing springs to mind, I have to admit.
Nothing springs to mind. Okay, I'll give you a few more letters.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified.
Well, yeah.
Timbo. You got it. Well done.
So dyslexia doesn't come into this because you're giving me the first letter. I don't get that bit wrong.
Okay. Now that's not
No,
a
I don't
typo in there.
I don't get this one yet. I was or something rather, maybe.
No?
No. Oh, I got my first real six string.
Yeah.
Yep. Well done.
Yep.
Yep.
At the 5 and dime.
Well done.
Ooh. She's? She, maybe? She was something of something. Don't know. I could be wrong about she, so I'm just looking at what you can have with that combination.
Okay.
She's got a tool is something to me. It's the last one.
She's got a smile that sings to me.
I don't know that song.
Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh, there you go.
That's the one. Well done. Yes. Yeah.
Pistols and Pansies.
Yep. Well done, farmers.
Yo. Yes, something along those lines.
I don't want to admit to knowing this one, so I'm going to keep still and make a fuss with the cat.
Okay.
Shut up, cat.
Is it your something rather?
Yes, off you go. Go on. Fuck off. Thank you.
No. Okay. I don't know. Anyone out there? Come on, Peanuts.
I saw this in amongst all those mug shots and thought, oh god, it's them. I know exactly who this is.
Hello. Ah. Whatever quiz is this? Nerd alert, this is lyrics. So it's a first opening line of a song. And you've got to try and get it from that. Oh, I can't get anything to fit. And all those W's should be getting it away, and I can't.
That should be, yeah.
One's married to a footballer.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm guessing it's Spice or Spice Girls or something like that. What I want, what I really, really want. You'll something.
Go on, you'll get there. Oh, Frank
Tell
Burns.
me
There you go. Frank Burns got it.
Frank's got it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want.
That's why I didn't want to admit to knowing it. Bloody Spice Girls.
Oh, this one's got to go quickly.
Go.
Oh.
The three dots should be giving it away. Well, yeah, I don't know if it was that well done. It was better, but work this one out for me.
If you don't get this one on the second clue,
yeah, okay.
You've been living under a rock.
Well, some people say that anyway. Why do I feel like it's George?
Not George.
Not George. It says it capital George. Great. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, I know what that is.
Well, I'm guessing it's Fleetwood Mac, but I don't listen to Fleetwood Mac.
You haven't got your trousers on.
I don't know this one.
It's David Bowie with a Space Oddity.
Yeah.
Oh, now
correct.
I got it.
There you go, Nerdler got
to
it.
Major Tom.
Ground control to Major Tom. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take your protein pill and put your helmet on.
Song? Sing? Maybe. Nah, I don't have anything. Song? What's the last one? Your with Y with 4 letters. Can't be your. Yay? Yeah? Something with yeah. Oh, why do I feel like I should be getting this straight up and it's not coming?
You're not the only one.
It's two piece called Me the Skunk Come Yeah. Oh, and I can feel the tempo, but I can't get the song.
Well, that's just confusing.
Red Dead Redemption. Well, we got a picture from that.
There you go, Frank Burns.
Some people call me Space Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the name of the song?
Nope. I'll try to think of the next line. I know that line.
It's not called Space Cowboy.
No.
Anyway, let's do another one.
Okay. Is that one at the end meant to be 2 letters or just one long vowel? The second last one.
The what?
The big long dashes.
Oh, I think that's supposed to be 2 letters.
Okay, that's all right. Both of them? Okay.
I'm not sure what's happened there.
That's okay.
Does that make it make more sense?
I've got the tune in my head straight away. Okay.
What you can...
I might have to listen to that when we're done. I've got the best of somewhere, tell them.
No?
You're not getting it yet.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. Me.
Come on, Timbo.
Okay. Oh, you can tell by the way I walk. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk. Is that right?
That's the one.
You can tell by the way.
By the Bee Gees. Yay.
Stay alive. Stay alive. Ooh, long one.
Oh, blimey.
What else starts with it? Can't be Jeremiah this time.
No, he's had his moment of fame and glory.
Is it Jesus?
Jesus.
Jesus. No. Jesus. No.
Oh, I think
some
I know
would say
which
with
one
Jesus,
this
believe
is.
it or not.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me just. I'm fairly certain on that.
Type it in the chat. Type it in the chat for Paul and see.
Which
in the Zoom chat for Paul.
If I mention a nice pair of orphan reds, would that confirm it?
Yep.
Farmers?
Yeah, he's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. Well, I was working through the J's and I thought, right, I know what fits in there, and it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
J. Morning, all and sundry. Okay, Brian. Now, Brian, see if you can work out that song lyric. It's the first line in the first one. Starts with J. It's not Jeremiah. You already did that one.
Not Jesus either.
Not Jesus. No. Jesus. Oh.
No, Depeche Mode wasn't one of the bands on the. Your own personal Jesus, or is that Jesus? I prefer Jesus. But yeah.
Oh, I know it
God,
is. Yes, I know it is. That gives it away. That's a Dolly Parton. Yes.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna have to take a snapshot of his. I'm gonna have to take a snapshot of his front screen because that would have given it away if I thought, oh yeah, Dolly Parton.
Yep. If you hadn't noticed, the front screen's got all of the artists for the. Yeah.
Jolene.
That's the one. Jolene.
Etc.
Yeah.
etc.
And that was it.
That was it. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for
Cool.
that.
No, I like that. That's good fun. That is.
That's good fun.
I
Yes.
do like.
Yes. I'm enjoying that.
Because I did actually take a photo of the screen.
Oh,
And that one came up. And I thought, oh shit, that's the Spice Girls. I'm not having any of that.
Dear.
God's teeth. They just got played so much over here, and I'm mightily sick of them because they were crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Particularly so-called posh Spice. I mean, nothing posh about her at all, but
No,
she could
no.
seem to save her bloody life.
Well, they were a designer band, weren't they? And they fit into the
Yeah.
demographic they were designed for and worked for a while. And yeah.
Yeah, and like I say, one's done very self-married, one of the richest footballers in the world, and one's married to a Formula One team boss. So,
yep, they did all right for themselves.
well done to them.
And people still know some of their songs, so can't complain.
Yeah, well,
They can't complain.
you can't actually access your memory banks and delete some of it, because that would be nice.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. That might be
No.
a good thing. Well, I got a few other videos up here. Do you want to see Brian try and do maths again?
That should be funny.
Yeah.
Which Brian's at?
Brian's Logic.
Oh God! Oh no!
He
Yeah,
had-
that'd be good for a laugh.
Well, how are you doing? Okay,
He had a go
this
last
is the
week.
fourth video I've had to make on this issue.
Oh, hang on, I'll switch that out to there. Okay.
First two, I used LIGO, the Hanford LIGO station, as a right angle, because they can't argue that that's a right angle, right? And
You
straight
know
line.
what's really sad about Brian is I can't turn him up speed-wise because no one can understand what he says.
No, exactly.
The third one, which was yesterday, before this video, I used distances across Britain, right, from London, Birmingham, and places like that.
Not
Now,
chance.
all of our opposition, Charles Flack,
Yeah, it's unintelligible at that speed.
yeah, Blue Margaret Science, and a whole host.
That was at normal speed, Brew.
That's not normal. It's 1.5. Come on.
Yeah.
No, it's unintelligible most of the time.
Other bozos keep saying
Let me turn him up a
you
little
need
bit.
to make the distances bigger because the distances are so small that it could be a spherical triangle.
As much as I can.
Blah
do.
blah blah. It's like no, right? You don't understand, right? You can't do trigonometry, which I'm showing is being done, right? And correctly, with getting the correct distances on the surface of a sphere with a spherical triangle. Trigonometry requires there to be no more or no less than 180 degrees. That's what is necessary to do it. So what they wanted, see, they thought, because they always think that we're stupid. They always think this, right? No matter what you do, they always think that somehow they're smarter in some way. I don't know why this happens with them because we keep on destroying them. So if we're so stupid, how stupid are they? Because we keep winning. We don't lose. We keep destroying them, keep beating them. We beat them all the time for the past 8, 9 years. We've beaten time after time after time after time. They never win. Yet they still think that we're stupid. So if we're so stupid, then how stupid are they? You know what I mean? No, that's a concept they wouldn't have thought of because they're stupid. But anyway, this is the thing, right?
Says the people
This
that come
here,
up
they think that by me showing this is some kind of a win for them.
with the globers that you actually built the globe and the Google Earth that you're doing this on. But anyway,
Because Google Earth, right, will show these two curved lines, right? But what they're forgetting is this here is an exact right triangle, right? I've used the headings to get an exact right triangle. And that can't happen on a globe. There is no such thing as an exact right triangle on a globe. An exact right angle.
What?
It can't happen.
it's impossible.
See, when you,
except for the points where every latitude intersects every goddamn meridian, for God's sake.
Yeah.
so,
Give other than that.
so when you get your theodolite and you turn 90 degrees, it sort of jumps all the time, one way or the other. Can't sit on 90 degrees.
Yep.
Right? It can't happen on the surface of a sphere. It can only be a chord, right? Chord lengths. So these three lines can only be chord lengths on the globe Earth. Yet I know that this line here,
Why?
right,
Because he said so.
and which is the opposite, and this line here, which would be the base.
So why can't they be arc lengths on a globe? Wouldn't they more likely be arc lengths than chord lengths?
Of course they can be. And even if they're chord lengths or arc lengths, you can still make a right angle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So
The way around, right, are correct distances across the United States. This is I start at the Lumen Stadium in Seattle. Let's just show the Lumen Field in Seattle, which is obviously a sports stadium. And I go from there over to the memorial, the 9/11 memorial here, 9/11 memorial.
Ground Zero, I assume you meant.
There's a car just outside that, the 9/11 memorial, right? And they are correct distances across the United States because you can use Google Earth distances, right? So these distances are from here from Lumen Field down to Northern California, or somewhere in California.
Some part of California.
Back to New York as the hypotenuse. So they think that by me showing this curved triangle here, like curved lines thing, that's some kind of a win for them. They're not understanding. No.
It doesn't mean anything.
Google Earth will try and show you that, but it's all the distances. Everything is being calculated, right, with 180 degrees. That means they're calculating it like a map, a flat map, and giving you the correct distances.
It's just 3 points.
So I just want to go through the details. So line A, right, is a heading of 83.18 degrees. This is from Seattle over to New York. It's 2,408.01 miles. Line B is 173.18 degrees heading, and that is from Seattle down to just north of Los Angeles, and that's 906.85 miles, right? The polygon length of them, I'm just going to show, just so you can, so there's no argument, right? There's the polygon.
Mumble.
You can see it. I only have the one length here. I don't have that length in, but I've just shown you where the length it is because I can only say one at a time. I can only show one at a time with the line. So there's the polygon length.
Why don't you show us all three lengths? That'd be nice.
It's 5,867.68 miles. So if I add these two numbers here together, line A and line B lengths together, right, which is 2408.01 plus 906.85, I get 3,314.86 miles. Then if I take 5,867.68 mile, my polygon length, mile around perimeter polygon length, I subtract 3,314.86 miles, I get a hypotenuse length of 2,552.82, right?
Now this is using Google Earth miles, isn't it? So they're going to be arc lengths, aren't they?
That's what I get, miles. Right? So 2,552.82 miles. That's what I get. So if I 906.85, just write that down. So 1 second now. So 906.85. So if I just go to Google a second, I have my first 2408.01, just to confirm, 2408.01, my first length in to the triangle calculator. Now I'll put my second length, which is 906.85, right? That gives me 2,573. So my calculation was slightly out.
You've got 90. I assume he's got 90 in there somewhere to give it a right angle.
are we? 2552. So
He's using a
minus
right angle
2552.
triangle. It assumes
Yeah.
it's a right angle triangle.
Triangle. It's funny that.
Yeah.
And that one was 2573. So I was out by a little bit
Yeah.
because this is the triangle.
No, Brian, you're off because that triangle has 184 degrees of internal angle if you went and measured it.
Yes, that's right.
That's why you're off.
And using arc lengths instead of chord lengths for what you're trying to do.
Doesn't matter whether you use
chord
chord lengths or arc lengths. The angles still don't add up to 180 degrees. You can go measure them yourself.
Everything.
The right triangle calculator is more precise, obviously, right? It's calculated more correctly.
Oh yes, because
More correctly.
2573.
if you're using every kind of
So
right angle,
that means
you can't do it.
what that means is right, that this is all horizontal lines and horizontal distances. None of these are chord lengths. None of them are chord lengths. So, and to prove that, I'm just going to show. So, right, my calculation was 2552, right? 0.89. So I have 2552.9, right? That would be the arc length, right? So that would mean the chord length through that, right? Even though mine was should have been 257. What was it? 2573. I'll just try and do it to 2573.
That's just to fudge it a little bit.
So. Almost there. A bit over. Try and get it right.
I trying.
Yeah, 2573. Right, make sure that's correct with this. 2573, right? So that's what it would be, right? That's the correct one. So the problem is, this is the same problem each time, right? For the globe, is that if
no problem for the globe, it's a problem for you,
right? If that is over the surface of a spherical earth, then these lines, right, must be chord lines, which means they must be less in length.
No,
they'd be arc lengths.
Which means that
no, they can be arc lengths, you dumbass.
Right, this hypotenuse line here, this has to be right 2,528 miles, 0.5 miles. But it's actually 2,573. So let's check the difference.
Why are we measuring through the Earth?
So, 2,573.
He thinks he's good at math. Right. That's what the thing that I find really funny.
Minus 2,528. 2,528 equals 45. So just that one hypotenuse length alone is 45 miles, right? That would be that one chord length here would be if what I was showing on Google Earth was over the curved surface of a globe out with a radius of 3959 miles, then this chord length here would be 45 miles shorter than the arc length that's above it. That's 45 miles, right? You can't mess with that. And the same for the other two. They're going to be less in length. But that's not what we see. It doesn't matter what way Google Earth try and portray it on the screen, they have to calculate it correctly, and the only way to calculate it correctly is through planar trigonometry. And that means planar trigonometry is giving us correct distances across all landmasses. Right, which means that, and the reason it is because it's using 180 degrees within a triangle. Because you can't do trigonometry with less or more than 180 degrees.
It just isn't. I'm sorry, it isn't.
Triangles, 180 degrees. So, 180 degrees. So anyone trying to tell you that they can do trigonometry, right, with more or less than 180 degrees are either crazy or liars. That's the only way
we actually can, bro.
You can't do it any other way. So these lines appearing curved means absolutely nothing. If the globe side wants to see that as some kind of a win, that Google Earth tries to show curved lines, when I'm showing that it has to calculate everything
it's just
in planar trigonometry, showing that horizontal distances right? The distances across the surface of the Earth are all horizontal. You know, Google Earth has to use flat distances.
But what he hasn't
It's
answered is
using the cord, using the arc links, Brian.
the funny thing is he hasn't answered the actual surface distances matching what's in Google Earth. If they're using chord lengths, then he's trying to make up that they're not using chord lengths. So
There's no chord line lengths. There's no chord lengths here. That's all surface distances. So there's no way out of it. There's no way out of it. 45 miles. That's a 45 miles. That would mean if you were going at 45 miles an hour, it would take an hour to drive that extra distance. Think about that. If you were traveling at 45 miles an hour, it would take you 1 hour to drive to cover that extra distance.
Yeah.
That would
Holy shit. Who'd have thought it, man?
You're doing 45 miles per hour on a 2,500
hour?
something rather.
You go 45 miles? My God, I would only think he'd go a couple of miles. Jesus.
You'd be so bored.
How does he do this in his head? Oh, my goodness.
If this was a reality, but it's not, obviously. So there's no way back out of this. There's no way out of this for them. They want to keep on
there is,
looking for
Brian.
stupid nonsense. But there you go.
Oh, yeah, there
How do you
is.
make up the 45 miles? You don't. And that's only in that one line. There's also this line here, right? And this opposite line here. There's the baseline or roof here for the moment, and the opposite line there. And what about all the other lines that you can make here? What about all them? Because it's not just one line with a 45-mile difference. It's every line in every direction across the surface of the United States here. Every single one, no matter what direction you go, will all have discrepancies for the globe. They'll always fit flat. And
you're saying the discrepancies, you're actually not proving anything.
They'll all have
the discrepancies because he's calculated them wrong.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
If you wanted to prove something, go actually physically measure something on the ground of some distance and then come back into Google Earth and see what you get.
Yeah. I mean, he's literally proving that the Earth's not flat.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny thing.
Flat. With planar trigonometry. There is no other trigonometry.
Well, there's no other trigonometry, by the way, so if it's not done on a plane, you're stuffed.
Spherical trigonometry is just a mathematical back calculation using triangles from a center point of a pre-assumed mathematical globe. That's all spherical trigonometry is. It can't be done without using actual triangles from a center point. I've been saying this. I'm blue in the face saying this for years.
That's code for I don't know how to do it.
Exactly.
I don't know what to do. Actually,
you don't understand it.
Spherical
geometry. There's a planar triangle, 180 degrees on the surface of your plane sphere.
I mean, basically, he's saying, you can't do spherical geometry without knowing where the center of the sphere is. Well, it's a sphere. You don't necessarily need to know the point, but you need to understand it's a sphere.
Giving us exact distances. What are you going to say about that? You have nothing to say. It's over. There's no way around it. There's no point. You can't throw Google.
Actually, we have quite a lot to say about that, Brian. You're going to see it shortly too. I may finish the video today, buddy. Yeah.
Oh, good to see it.
Its distances are used all the time correctly. How do you make up 45 miles? You don't, because I can move this, change this triangle to a different direction, and there'll be all.
I dare him to do one that's not 90 degrees and work it out. If it's not a right angle triangle, I think he's stuffed, and he thinks he's good at math.
And there'll be lots of discrepancies there. Every time I do this, there's nothing but globe discrepancies. And as usual with these people, they wouldn't stop pushing it until they get absolutely annihilated, which happens every time.
Which haven't.
They think that was going to be some kind of a win for them. Are they stupid? Seems to be. I don't know how this is a win. How is this a win for you? No win here, not for you.
That's the problem you don't understand. That's why you don't get why you're wrong. Well, he's fun, isn't he?
I'm going to do... Huh?
You're right.
I'm going to do a couple of things for Brian. I want to take not 3 points, but 4 points. I'm going to pick Seattle Tacoma Airport, LAX, Boston Logan, and Miami International.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big, polygon thing. And I'm going to draw the diagonals, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to take the Google Earth distances then and see if I can connect those together. And what you can do is, of course, you can make the 4 sides join up, and you can make one of the diagonals fit. But that last diagonal doesn't work. It will be too long every time you do it.
Every time, yeah.
It comes out too long. Now, what you can then do is convert each one of those distances over the surface of the sphere to a chord length, and it fits perfectly. How does that happen? But what's even more fun is to draw a circle, because Google Earth, when you draw a circle, will give you the radius of your circle and the circumference of it. And guess what? You can't use pi times the diameter to get the correct circumference. It will not work. Why? Because that radius that you're giving it is over the curved surface of a sphere. That's why.
Yes, that's right. Now I'm trying to remember how to draw a circle in Google Earth.
Go to your measurement tool thing up there and select circle.
Right. Yeah, it's in there. I keep looking for it up here amongst the crate or the other ones. I keep forgetting it's insert there. So what?
So measurement and then circle and then, all right.
Yeah.
So now, wait a second. Where's your little window that tells you what you just drew?
Danny, can you see that?
Nope.
Okay. It's not coming up. I can see it's not coming up in. Okay. Don't worry. It'll come up in your video when you do it. For some reason it's showing that the what's your program's not pulling it up. It's okay.
Huh?
Because I'm sharing it via I've clicked on the app, and it's
okay.
It's not picking the window up as part of the app. It's deciding it's something separate. So if I shared the screen, it'd work. But anyway.
Well, what have you got there? What is that? What's your radius?
Well, I've got a radius of. Let's do it in kilometers. Oh, you want to do miles? Let's do miles.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Miles is 597 miles, which gives a circumference of 3,790.
Wait.
Go on.
Before you do that,
yeah.
Hang on a second. Let me get my calculator working. 597.14. 597.14 times 2. There's the diameter times pi. Should be 3,751.9 miles circumference.
But it's not. It's 3,729.27 miles. It's almost says 45 miles. Somebody says 45 miles.
It's not that different. One that size, it's not that different on a circle that size. But draw a circle that's, say, 3,000 miles
bigger.
Radius.
Let's do something bigger.
Yeah, make a 3,000 mile radius circle.
I will. I'm just picking something that's going to be closer to that. So,
radius, not diameter.
Yeah. Radius, keep going. 3,000 miles? I'm already gone past the size of the Earth. At 3,000 miles radius.
No, you can't be.
3,000's about there.
Okay. All right.
So 3,051.87.
3,051.87.
Yep.
3051.87 times 2 times pi. is 19,175 miles. And you got 17,000 what?
17,293.7 miles.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even close. Yes. So there you go.
Because that's a spherical cap.
So
Yep.
if I do this,
This is where pi is no longer pi.
yes. Because we're now doing it to the spherical pi to annoy them. Yes. But I just find it funny that Brian tries to use Google Earth to prove Google Earth. He's funny. What else have I got? Well, that was fun.
Oh, did I? I seem to have missed Brian. That's a shame.
Did you miss Brian? Really?
Well, I had to take a phone call. Quite a promising phone call, potentially. But yeah, I missed Brian.
Oh, you've got homework then. You've got to...
Yeah, stop that.
Got to work out the triangle on a sphere.
I'm not voluntarily watching one of his videos again, Christ. That's just too painful.
Yes, it probably is. Well, he was fun. That's the second time he's come up with something interesting. I'd still like to see him actually work out how LIGO really works rather than just trying some ridiculous, silly, let's draw the hypotenuse stuff. But okay. I think it's three-dimensionally, it's just too difficult for them. We've got Flat Earth Truth. I'm trying to remember what Flat Earth Truth was trying to sell. Ah, yes. He had 25 minutes.
All I'm offering is the truth.
No, you're not. You're lying to me. Oh, I had to turn it up for Brian, and now it's blowing my ears out. Give me a second. Just pushing it back out. Here we go. Try again.
Good morning, everyone. This is just a short video that I'm doing to answer a question from a subscriber here on YouTube about a video that I released yesterday called You Can't Just Go There. And in that video, I show how you just can't go to the ice wall anytime you want to. And so this morning, I have a question from one of my subscribers about that video, and here is the guy's question. Terry, do you have a video on exposing the lie of north-south circumnavigation? A friend of mine, Glover, brought up an article from Guinness Book of World Records stating that this was done in 1982. I thought I saw something in the past. Okay, Watchman. Now, first of all, that friend of yours probably Googled that answer that he gave you. And a lot of people don't realize this, but around 2017, 18, is when they started doing censorship. So when you go to look up something on Google, it's not going to give you the correct answer. And here's my proof to that. Let's answer your question in 2016. And what I mean by that is I save a lot of things. So luckily in 2016, when I asked Google that question myself, let me show you the answer that it gave me in 2000.
Just before he goes this, 2016, would you say that's when that was the height of the flat earthers starting to take over YouTube?
I think that's when that the yoga instructor issued his crap, wasn't it? 2016, Mr. DeBay.
Mr. DeBay. So yes, it was pretty much was hitting the front of the YouTube find. So I just wanted to check that. Just to carry on.
16. Let's look back in my vault here. Here we go. Can we circumnavigate over Antarctica? Since the North Pole and Antarctica are covered in ice and guarded no-fly zones, no ships or planes have ever been known to circumnavigate the Earth north-south directions. March 9th, 2016. That was the Google answer.
Because the reason why I've looked at it, I thought, but is that an answer from someone who knows, or is that an answer because that's what flat earthers were saying, or whatever? Because I know Dick Smith had already done it by then, and most Australians would have known that Dick Smith had flown north-south in his helicopter. So I don't see why that's come up.
Now here we are in 2023, 7 years later. Let's ask Google the same question and see what the answer is that it gives us in 2023. Okay, Google, can we circumnavigate over Antarctica? The same way we asked in 2016. Okay, notice this time this little flat earth thing pops up here. And then it says polar circumnavigation. Polar circumnavigation is complete navigation around the Earth through both the North Pole and the South Pole. Several parties have successfully done it. Anyways, it says, has anyone circumnavigated the Earth north to south? The first pole-to-pole circumnavigation flight took place in 1965 by modified Flying Tiger line Boeing 707, carrying 40 scientists, guests, and crew. Okay, now this supposed to took place in 1965, okay, but this didn't show up in 2016 when we searched this on Google, but if you look right down here, this wasn't entered into Google until July the 6th of 2018, after they started Flat Earth censorship.
It's not flat earth censorship, they just put better information on.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, why do you think people put in the thing? Because it came up with poor results.
So let's look up another one real quick. Okay, why is it illegal to fly over Antarctica? Planes can and do sometimes fly over Antarctica. It is not a no-fly zone and it is not illegal. It is just very impractical to do so. So there you go. Once again, the puppet masters at Google have changed the answer to it is not a no-fly zone and it is not illegal. Well, what did you tell us in 2016, Google?
I didn't ask that question.
Since the North Pole and Antarctica are covered in ice and guarded no-fly zones.
I want to know what the 111 is.
So do I.
No ships
What did the other 110
ever
things
been
say?
known to circumnavigate the Earth north-south directions.
That's what I'm saying. Was this a response for out of a flat earther site? Because that doesn't sound like,
No. Yeah,
sounds very much
exactly.
like something that a flat earther would say.
Yeah.
So there you see it. If you're looking for any kind of answers about flat Earth or any kind of technical questions like
this
north
next
and
bit.
south circumnavigation, you are definitely not going to find it on Google. That's been censored a long time ago. Now they will show you a couple of ghost flights like this one here going from Australia
Ghost
to
flights.
South America. But you easily convert that over to the flat Earth map, and you can see they're just flying over Alaska and Greenland. When people look,
Who flies from Buenos Aires to Darwin? Who says that one? Don't know that one.
Nobody.
I don't think that actually exists.
Not that direction.
No.
What
Got that
idiot
plane.
would fly that direction?
Well, I can also tell you that not many people in Darwin are going to get a flight directly to Benawara, down to Benawara. Oh, I can't say it now. Down there.
and they think they see in Antarctica, you see in Alaska and Greenland. That's the snow and ice you see in people.
So actually fly in the complete opposite direction, apparently, if you were going to do that.
So, anyways,
There you go.
there's your answer. Everyone, thanks for watching. Have a good afternoon, and God bless.
Who is this idiot?
That is Flat Out Truth 2. that's we were talking earlier about old
Oh, I
times.
can't remember his actual name now. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, and he's the one that his channel's flat out Earth 2, but he tries to go as flat out Truth. But of course, that's what Alan was saying. Is somebody already had flat out Truth, who was the comedian, so he wasn't happy about it. So yes, isn't that fun? I've got some dirt. This was one. I came across this one and I went to find it. It was Whitsett versus Rob Parks. And it came from Whitsett's channel. When I clicked on it. Oh, come on. Come up. No fun if you won't come up. I have to do it the old-fashioned way. I clicked on it and thinking, oh yes, what does Rob Park say about? And no, it's gone. So obviously Whitsett doesn't want us to know what he and Rob Parks talked about. So there we
He
go.
stuck it down, has he?
Yeah. So I don't know why it's gone, but it's gone. Apparently we can't find out about that. Oh, you want to see how a really good filming of the ISS by Flurf? Here you go.
Exalted Throne, you guys. You'll notice it'll get a little brighter as it goes. I'm going to zoom out so you can kind of get an idea where it's going, and see now it's right above that Venus. See that?
You see that?
And it's starting to get brighter. And it's starting to come closer to me.
See that?
So
do
this
better than
flew
that
over
bloody phone.
93 minutes ago too, you guys. And it flew over the southeastern tip of Minnesota, which was south of me. And this time it is flying north of me. Whoops, I lost it. Let me zoom out and show you how bright it is compared to that other. See how bright it is now? That's Venus on the left there.
On the left of what?
And there's a reason why I'm showing you this. Because this is not fake. And I'm not saying that there's people on it. A lot of people think that it's just like an airplane. I have to disagree with that. It's not just an airplane.
Oh, yeah, see?
If it was an airplane, it wouldn't be able to go that fast above all those, above all the clouds and above everything. Now, if you think about it, the Bible talks about like the son of perdition or the man of lawlessness. Okay, there's Venus way over there now. See how far it's gone over there? Now I'm looking straight north at it. It's flying under the pole star. I'll show you guys where the pole star is. Polaris is right there. See Polaris?
Doesn't fly anywhere near
It's
Polaris.
flying under Polaris right now.
Not here, it don't.
Polaris is kind of up in the center. It's under Polaris right now.
So it's under it, you see, because
Whoa,
Polaris
I
is
just
above
touched
it.
the wrong button. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now I have to walk. Well, we can look at it for a minute yet. I have these. Wow, I can't see nothing. I have to go to the other side of these trees. I'll turn the light on so you guys can see what I'm doing.
I think you get to just how wonderful his video was. It was just
that was awful.
What I like is
I mean, I did once on a particularly bright transit of the ISS. I thought, if I zoom in on it with the camera on my phone, will it just be a point of light? And it wasn't. It was almost trying to take shape. But of course, the zoom on a mobile phone camera isn't exactly brilliant. But you could see that it wasn't more than just a point of light.
So on that one,
even just taking on a clear night when it's really bright, when it's something like a -4, -4.5 magnitude, you take a photo of the night sky and that thing really stands out. I mean, it really stands out. It's so bloody bright.
Yeah.
And quite how he failed to capture that is beyond me.
No, well, it's sort of like you're not going to really get anything sensible with a handheld phone. It's just not even close. No. So there you go. I've got some. I got some Bev. I got a little bit of Durf. I don't usually play Durf, but this was Durf on Tides, so that's a bit scary. It wasn't. No, it wasn't Durf on Tides. Who was it? It was.
I mean, they don't change,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's so funny. So
I'm just wondering if they do have any location around the. I mean, that's definitely too low. It doesn't look like it's.
No,
I don't really see them here either. Here's a good map here, but it goes by quick.
Can tell you a lot, isn't it?
yeah, no, it sucks. You can't pause it. I have like a picture
just
above
flick
that.
between them all.
But,
And I know how to. I know I can take anything that's a flat map, like a Mercator projection, and I can make it into a AE map. I know how to do that.
okay, and how do you do that?
But they're both flat maps.
Through my editor. Do you have that image? Do you have an image like that, a Mercator map with them? I'll change it to AE.
Let me see.
This kind of shows them here too, right? A little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe?
Yeah, that's exactly what you're looking at.
And this line right here is exactly the equator, right? So these seem to sit right underneath the equator. This one here seems to sit right at the tropics of Cancer, Capricorn. And then if these are them, I can't really see. They almost seem like they exist within the orbit path, but
No idea what it's talking about.
I don't know what that tells us at all.
This is pretty much the best picture.
Which one did you just put in there?
And there you can see the left side of Australia in the magenta, and then the right side in red.
This one here, Austin, you talking about?
The other
Yeah.
one.
I'm saying that's like the best quality picture I have.
I don't know if this one would work. I could try. So,
Listen,
what are these lines that come out of here? I guess I don't understand the map really. What we're looking at. So this is the node where there's no tide here in the middle, which is weird. How would we know that? Why would we expect tides in the middle of the ocean?
What? Like the tide should just keep moving over. Like why would there be a vortex around a null point of tides? Like if the moon's gravity is pulling water.
Well, I would think that the moon is pushing water out. So if let's just say the moon's orbiting here, and it gets right here, and it's pushing the water away from that indentation it's making, then the water would rush up to the land. The tide would be high, and then it would come back. And when it comes back, the moon's no longer there, so it would fill in that depression. And same thing with this one coming back. But you would have little nooks and crannies to where, for instance, let's say here in Australia, this little nook here is not going to have the same tide as over here, because the water's going to come here. It's going to go up high. Here, it's going to have to get around that corner. So I could just see like Bay of Fundy. You've seen the Bay of Fundy, right? I mean, that's the. I'm sure there's a video for it.
I don't know if I got you with that. No concept. I like the bit that was okay. At this point in time, the moon's going to be here, and then the moon's going to go away. The moon's going to cause this to happen. Then the moon's going to go away, and they're going to fill in that spot. But of course, the moon's not going to do anything as it goes along. It's only going to do it at that one spot. No chance at all. Well, before I play, I do have a bit of Bev, but how about I put up my, I do have a quiz. And so I'm going to try and get that, let's get that up. Well, I can. I usually have this all keyed up. For some reason it's not. But we can fix that. So, let's get this over here. And we'll do a bit of one. I have push there. Okay, good. Okay. Where? PowerPoint. I've really. It'd be nice if I could put different colours on Yeah, test power, two rules. Where's my PowerPoint button gone? You hiding? Sorry, I have a PowerPoint button. Oh, there it is. Here we go. PowerPoint button. Right. Here we go. Big blue. Okay. You there, farmers? Or you run away? You on the phone? Must be on the phone. It's gone muted. Okay, Peanuts. Let's see. I think we're going to start off with something, a bit of a large science. You can see my large science there. What I've got is some large science projects. And let's see if you can recognise what they are. How about we start off with something fairly easy. And we'll see. Anyone recognise what that is? I'm sure Paul knows what that is. Let's see. Let's
I'll give other people a chance then.
Give people I'm pretty sure. I'm sure Blue knows what that is too. Anyone out in Peanut? Can you tell me what that is? Blue knows what that is, don't you, do?
It's large, that's for sure.
It's definitely large. Ooh, I think it definitely is large. It is, of course.
I'm waiting for the. Oh, there. Now the Peanuts have it. Yeah, there you go. Brian Stevens got it.
Oh, sorry. They must be a little bit further behind than I thought. Okay, yes.
Yeah, but as the Flurfs call it, the Large Hadron Collider. Yeah. There is more than one detector. Which one is this?
This one is.
I don't recognize that one.
That's CERN, according to the article, but sometimes the images get mixed up, so who knows? But supposedly CERN. I don't know which part is CERN, but yes. So yes, this one's 17 miles of tunnel offering higher power. I know it goes through a couple of countries. Didn't say that in the article. So that's going to be my interlude. We'll have a few of those. So we might go on to some trivia, and we'll come back to another one.
It was the Atlas detector.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Atlas. Is that still part of the same structure or a different structure?
Yeah. There are a number of detectors spaced around the ring.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so that's one of them out of. Because I'm used to seeing the picture down the tube where you see basically the tunnels running through. So I thought that was a much cooler image, I've got to admit. Okay. Here we go. Paul's excluded from answering this question. What country popularized the Tim Tam Slam? I'll give whatever about 10-second delay. I'll give the Peanuts a bit of a chance to catch up there. One of them is surely going to get that one. I think Farmers has gone off. He's talking to people. How can you talk to people? He's probably working. That's even worse. How can working a day like today?
Getting work.
Getting work done. I don't know.
Yeah, he was a bit worried last week that he might be running out of work.
Yeah.
So.
No, I don't want to interrupt with that. No one out there? Have we got people out there? Oh, there we go. No one. There we go. So, obviously, the Tim Tam Slam is a very popular Australian thing where we get the edge of a Tim Tam. Now, does anyone know what a Tim Tam? Tim Tam is a biscuit, chocolate-covered biscuit.
It's porous.
Porous, yes. So you click the corner edge at one end, and you get the corner end at the other, and you stick it in something and suck it through like a straw, and it takes on everything in between. So some people use it for various alcoholic beverages. Some people just use it for their hot chocolate. Tease. So, tell me, how's my audio at the moment? I think I'm still too loud.
You're good. It's fine.
Yeah, just pull them down a little bit for the going out, because I think it might have been a bit loud. It's the trouble when you've got to fix up different videos. Okay, next. Which US state is known for their juicy peaches? In this case, Larry, it is definitely USA. But it's a state in the USA. Who's known for their peaches? Blue would notice.
State in the southern USA, actually.
Southern USA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know this because I watched A League of Their Own, and it was one of the teams. So, there we go. Brian's got it out there. Georgia. Georgia's correct.
Yep.
Yep, Georgia peaches. Okay, what is sushi traditionally wrapped in? And you got to give me the Japanese name, just because I like to make things hard. You can tell me what it is, but to get it right, you've got to tell me what the Japanese call it. Yes, it is seaweed, Judy. Do you know what Japanese call seaweed? Anyone? They actually call it nori. And when you buy, I don't know how everyone's made their own sushi. You get it in that really paper thin, dried out stuff, and usually sticks to the rice if you're trying to do it before it gets wet. I found out later that actually you don't try and wrap it up when it's the dryer. You wet that stuff first, and the able to wrap it much better. So there we go. So Larry DeMarch got that one. Next, what does kosher mean in Hebrew? Any ideas? I'm giving you a bit of time out there. There's got to be someone who knows what the kosher, the Hebrew word for kosher, actually means in English, or equivalent to. You'd think so. It's obviously a word that's used quite a bit. Looking at there, no answers. I'll give you another 10 seconds. We'll see if anything comes on. From a talking to mother. Ask your mother, farmers, what kosher means. I don't know if you can hear me. Do you know what kosher means, Blue?
Yeah, it means like proper.
That is correct. Proper. Hello. Yeah, no, hello is different. And the last letter is set. Which ancient mathematician used polygons to approximate pi? Anyone? I'm sure you know, Blue. No answers out there. You can give it away, I think, Blue.
Well, I can't remember. Which one of the Greeks it was that did that?
He's famous. There we go. George got it. I was going to say he's famous for running down the street naked.
Yeah.
It wasn't for when he discovered pi, but yes, he worked out how to use the polygons to do the approximation. Yes. There we go. Okay. Back to big science. Any idea what that is? Yep. Oh, we've got a yes already. Now, anyone who watched Toon today should be able to get this.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to harp on about it though.
No. We'll see if anyone gets it.
That rings a bell somehow.
should ring. Big Ben should be ringing. I think as far as I'm concerned, Blue. After that one. Oh dear. I'm not John. That was John. Yes, John. That's correct. It is harp. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it does? Do you know what it's supposed to do? You do? What do you? You tell me what it does, and then I'll tell you what the article I read said it did.
It's a phased array, and so what it does is it focuses a beam of EM radiation at a particular spot in the atmosphere, excites, gives that spot in the atmosphere a little bit of extra energy, and then they can look at the results of that.
Right. Okay. Yes, that wasn't quite because yes, I got the conspiracy ones. High frequency active.
What have you got that it says? Modified weather, does it?
It says spread across the. It's either to monitor the ionosphere, or to test communication ability, or to enslave us or cause aircraft accidents on purpose.
I think that last bit's not right.
No, I don't think so. But that's what the article said.
Yeah. What they were
was a
doing
bit tongue in cheek.
What they were doing initially, Timbo, was experimenting with could they use it to create enhance the ionisation in the ionosphere, and so therefore allow radio communications to bounce. That's what the initial premise of the experiment was. Yeah.
So that's why they came up with the control weather conspiracy and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Because the amount of energy it actually puts into the ionosphere is pretty small compared with other things.
Because actually,
compared to the ionosphere,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was decommissioned, I think, in 2016, and I don't know about decommissioned, but NASA and the Navy and everybody else pulled out of it. So maybe they're doing other stuff with it, but yes, it's not as secret as it used to be. Okay, let's get on. Okay, what is the official state fruit of New York?
CC in West.
Yeah, that one.
You know, he's a bit of a fruit.
He's a bit of a fruit. That wasn't the answer, though. But maybe they should reconsider changing their state fruit. We'll see if anyone gets it.
New York's got a state fruit, has it?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't ignore that phone call because it not only was it Mum, it's her birthday today, so I couldn't just say piss off.
She could have come on and answered some questions for us. There we go.
Yeah.
John and Larry both got the correct answer. Yes, the state fruit of New York is an apple. Believe it or not.
The Big Apple?
No, that's a different. That's the city. New York.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Big Apple. Yeah.
Big Apple. There you go. New York. What is the name of a coffee drink prepared by diluting espresso with water? I would have said horrible, but apparently it's good. Apparently. It sounded.
I don't know. I thought espresso was coffee. So if you're diluting coffee, you're just diluting coffee, aren't you?
Well, espresso is a type of coffee.
Well, yeah.
To me, it just sounded like an excuse to
only do one type of coffee.
Make cheap coffee. But any idea? You'll know it when you hear it. You would have heard of it.
Oh, more likely.
So, I'm just saying, swill. Yes, there we go. Larry's got it. It is an Americano. Believe it or not. So they tell me. Yes. As I said, not a coffee drinker, but that's probably why, if they're watering it down. There you go. What is the most consumed meat in the world, excluding fish? I put excluding fish because some people say fish is meat, and which it is, but other people say it doesn't count as meat. So,
Bacon.
sorry, bacon. You think
Chicken.
Chicken. Chicken. Chicken.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Or is it just that everything tastes like chicken?
Everything tastes like chicken. It is on the top 10, but no, it wasn't the top. Believe it or not. And other birds were in front of it. Maybe ones that the ones that are planning an uprising at Paul's place were in front of chicken. But that's not the answer. It's not a bird. There we go. John's got it. The correct answer is pork. It's the most consumed meat in the world. There's more pigs being chopped up out there than anything else, which is not surprising because bacon is pretty nice.
You can eat everything except the oink.
Pretty much. Well, some people do that. If you count the count the mouth and the head and the snout and everything is the oink. Yes, I'd prefer. Okay. What was Smalls? You know what Smalls were, don't you? We had this question. Got to remember the question we had. Smalls is a very popular American dessert. What was Smalls called when published in the 1927 Girls Scouts book? Anyone? Anyone who's heard the word Smalls? Do you know what it stands for? That's probably the better question.
No.
I'll see if Blue will come back on. Blue, do you?
Just ask somebody asking for some more.
There you go. That's it. That's what they're called. Some more.
Small.
Yes, what's
Have small, please.
Some more. Yeah. Apparently.
Please, sir, can I have small?
More. It's not American, it's British. Okay. Which US state did the stew gumbo originate from? You've heard of gumbo?
That's going to be down south, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like... I don't think you're going to find it up north much. Not as...
No.
No. Louisiana all the way.
Louisiana says blue.
That would have been my guess.
That is correct. I looked at Louisiana the other day. There's a facility down that way. Large science. The next one. What is that?
Blimey.
I didn't know this one. But it looked interesting. Now, if you don't know what it's called, can you guess what it does or is used for? Nah, Louisiana, I'm afraid. Larry, Brian, and John got that one. Any idea? How about you, Blue or Paul? Got any idea what that's for?
No, not at the moment.
Not anything to do with neutrinos, is it?
So I was going to say, it's probably a reasonable guess with anything big in science. It's got something to do with neutrinos. It is called National Ignition Facility.
Oh yeah, what are they setting light to?
Yeah, so what would you use? What would they be trying to ignite that would be big and worth spending a lot of money on? Or what sort of research?
Fusion.
Fusion, that's right. It's a 10-story chamber, 192 different lasers. So I don't know if they've got much out of it, but they're trying. Attempting to compress them until the fusion reactor occurs. So there you go. Interesting inside though. I'm assuming all the lasers are mounted into little holes and they're trying to get into the one point in the middle. But big thing. Okay. I think it's in California, if anyone's interested. What is the pina in a pina colada? That's right, John. It was a fusion reactor. Well,
don't drink that.
not so much a reactor, but trying to. No. Any ideas?
What the hell is that?
Hmm?
Pineapple or boy?
Pineapple.
I think so. Yeah.
What was that, Paul?
Pineapple juice.
No. What's it made out of? It's made out of the tequila, and tequila is made from the agave plant. Did you know that? No, the pina is basically when you see the agave plant, which is like a cactus-looking thing. It's when they chop off all the leaves, they're left with the pina, and that's where the term pina colada comes from. Because obviously, pina colada is tequila, coconut juice, and I can't remember something else. Not that I drink it, but yeah. Okay, here we go for James Bond fan. What was the James Bond's book? What is the James Bond book? Does he first say shaken and not stirred?
Shaken, not stirred.
And this is which book? Not which movie.
Well, unless it is the very first one. Because I think book-wise, it's probably Casino Royale.
Nope.
And proper film-wise, because Casino Royale was also filmed first.
Yes.
Would have been Dr. No.
It is. Dr. No is the first book. In the movie, he doesn't actually say it first. The villain says shaken, not stirred first, not Bond, because he knows what Bond likes. And do you know why it's interesting that he says shaken and not stirred? Anyone know how martinis work? No one would think much of it now, but if you shake a martini, the alcohol doesn't work as well. And so the thing being that him being a spy, he doesn't want to get as drunk as others. So that's why he shakes the martini and rather than stirs it.
And just for your records, Dr. No was book number 6.
Yes, it was quite a way in before he actually said it. But it is one of his catchphrases. Okay, Dr. No. What is the most consumed fish in the world? I didn't meat. Now you got to work out which fish.
Blimey. Well, we've done pretty good at almost getting rid of the cod.
Cod? Well, cod. In cod we trust.
Well, I bet it's not cod.
Not anymore. That's because you've got rid. That's because you've eaten most of it.
Tuna.
On left. I do like that goodies episode in Cod We Trust.
Yeah.
Cod and chips, a bag of crunchy bits, and pot of curry sauce, please. Thank you.
Well, Brian's doing well. Brian has got it. It is tuna. Is the most tuna.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
My cat gets through a lot of that. Yeah.
I was going to say, there's a lot of cats eat tuna. A lot of people eat tuna too.
She gets almost every day because I've only got one left. I'm going to spoil her rotten.
I think most fish sandwiches are tuna sandwiches, so there's a fair bit of that.
That's true.
Yeah, so a lot of tuna. Not in fish and chips though. I don't think tuna would go very well making fish and chips with tuna. But that'll be. Which US state is the only state to grow its own coffee beans? Don't know, it was a bit of a theme for coffee this week, and I don't know why that's about. Particularly as I don't like it.
I really don't know that one.
Got to think about that one. It's obvious when you see the answer. bit of a guess out there. Trying to find that state. Where are you? There it is. What if I told you it was a very southern state? Yes, Brian's got it. Hawaii.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I can see the logic in that.
Yeah. It's one
All
of
the
the
way out there. Let's just grow our own bloody coffee.
It's also, as I said, it's one of the more southern states. You need to have fairly warm environment for coffee to work well. So, yes. Hawaii.
It is in the middle of the Pacific, I suppose. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's below. If you look at its latitude, it's below Texas. I think catches a little bit of Florida, so it's about equal to bottom part of Florida in latitude. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it is.
So it is a southern state. If you really want to annoy people.
Actually.
Okay. Which soft drink was invented during World War II? And it's not Coca-Cola.
Fanta.
Yes, there you go. Easy done. That was quick.
Good guess.
There we go. Fanta. Okay. What is that?
Oh, I like the purple. That's very.
I like
That's
the
very
purple.
nice.
I thought it was quite cute, I gotta admit.
Yeah, it is. That was always my favourite coloured smoke grenade when I was paintballing. Oh, look, it's a purple one.
I've been shot by purple.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, can't beat a bit of purple haze.
Some argument that all... Yes, that's right, John. It was Fanta. Some argument that all paintballs should be red, but, you know, let's have different colours just because it's fun. Okay, I think you can guess. What do you think it is? Not so much what it's called. I didn't know. I didn't know what it was called. I know what it was, but I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, it does. You're right, Brian. It does look like a big ass server.
Server.
But, I mean, who knows?
It's not so much a server. And if I said it's not a server, what is it?
Well, that makes it a computer, then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. That is called...
As to what it is or where it's...
Tiny 2, and it is the world's most powerful supercomputer. Total of 16,000 nodes, which is a lot. And yes, obviously to crunch numbers and keep track of all the Chinese. So it's very pretty, I got to admit.
Well, yes, so I love I love the purple.
It was. I don't know if it's go
Pretty
back
cool.
on. Do you notice the Chinese? Obviously, it's got neon
Oh.
lights for each of the banks as it goes down. So there'll be a bank of processors behind each of those panels.
So where does the RTC battery go?
It's just, I don't know. I wonder how much power it draws. Okay. What is the name of traditional Italian dessert? Oh, this is an easy one. Composed of coffee. I'm going to say this wrong.
one of the few things I can
Mascarpone,
actually
cheese, and labour fingers. Mascarpone cheese. I didn't
one of
realise
my
it had
favourites.
I didn't realise it had mascarpone cheese in it, but there you go.
Yes, you blend it up. Mascarpone cheese and oh god, I can't remember what else you put in it, but yeah, you basically stick it in a blender for quite some time, and then you build it all up in layers. You used to do it in Irish coffee glasses.
Right. Okay. I never.
So lady fingers in a coffee and turmeric mixture.
Yes. Well, but if you use Tia Maria, then you end up with tiramisu.
Absolutely
correct.
gorgeous. Love it.
So, tiramisu. Yes, Larry, that is correct. Tiramisu. Okay. I'm going to botch this. Megaroscopiophobia. Megaroscopiophobia. No, that's not right. Megarocophobia. Yeah, that one. Something like that. Yeah.
And I haven't a bloody clue what that is.
Yes. There are a few people who have this in the world. Apparently. I don't know if they have a morbid fear. It doesn't say morbid fear, but it says fear. Magus. No. It's not a fear of magi. It's not the fear of Penn and Teller. No answers. No answers. It's related to the first one. It's actually the fear of cooking. Believe it.
Well,
So
I'm not scared of cooking. I just don't enjoy it.
Well, there's one. I haven't heard of that one before. You would have thought you would have heard of that. But okay. There you go. How many varieties of avocado are there in the world? And I'll take a close guess, because obviously. See if you can get close to the correct order. One. Nope.
One. That's it. That's all there is.
One type of avocado. And it's a green one. Is that correct?
That's your lot. That's all you get. Just one.
That's it. Just the one.
Yep. Let's not muck about. How many different types do you need?
Well, 4. A bit more than 4, Judy. Actually, can I say a lot more than 4? As in, even add a couple of zeros to 4 and it still wouldn't be enough. There's actually apparently 500 varieties of avocados. So, that's a lot. I can't say I've ever seen.
You only need one.
I can't say I've ever seen more than one type whenever I go to the shop, but apparently, yeah, there's a lot. This is an easy one. What type of nuts are Hawaiian staples? I might have to go and make these a little less American-centric. We have them in Australia too. Up north. We have a whole industry that sells them. Just giving a bit of a chance for the... I'm counting about 20 seconds delay out of the peanuts. What's a good nut? Apart from peanut. It's a round nut. Oh, well, when it's shelled, it's round and white. Which is most nuts are white, so that doesn't change a lot. Smaller than a Brazil nut. Bigger than an almond.
My ex was one of those. No, hang on. But my ex was one of those. But no, hang on. She was Macedonian.
Oh, Macedonian. It's a macadamia nut.
Yeah.
Macadamia.
You're all right.
Okay. You should know that one. Surely. What's sauerkraut made out of?
It's cabbage, isn't it?
Disgruntled Germans.
Disgruntled Germans.
He's just a sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Just sour. Sauerkraut. Yes.
Leftover Germans. That's fun.
Okay. What's that?
This is Fritz, our sauerkraut.
I know what this one is. SKK. Super Cameo Candy.
Oh, is this one neutrinos?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one actually is looking for
That is neutrinos, isn't it? Yeah.
And that see the people in there, they're in a boat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. That is an impressive thing. I'd love to see inside of that. Yes.
I'd love to watch them dig it and fit it all out. I mean, bloody hell.
Yeah.
What sort of bait do you suppose they're using?
Neutrino bait.
Fish on!
Have to be awfully small to catch neutrinos, wouldn't it?
They're obviously fishing for neutrinos. I want to know what sort of bait they use.
Very, very, very small bait. Tiny little sardines. How was they gonna? It's got to be tiny, small. It's got to be smaller than the creature you're trying to catch, surely. Okay. Wrong way. Okay. Question 10. What disease can be caused by lack of vitamin C? White cabbage. Oh, okay.
Fluism.
Fluism.
Scurvy.
Scurvy. Pirates. Scurvy knave. Yes. That's why you take oranges on your trips, apparently. Okay. What is the largest class action lawsuit for or against, depending how you like to describe it? What's been the biggest payout for? Ricketts. No, it wasn't Ricketts. I'm assuming that Bryant is behind because that doesn't make any sense. Scurvy. That makes sense. So. Yeah, I think he's behind. Okay, give him a chance to catch up. Because it definitely wasn't Ricketts, the largest class action for. What do you think?
Cancer.
Cancer. But who? There we go. Brian's got it.
Lung cancer. Yeah.
Yeah. Tobacco.
Smoking.
Oh.
Yes. $206 billion so far they've had to pay it.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, and on the list I looked at, I think the next one was like 20 billion or something or other. So hugely different. Okay. What famous reality TV show has admitted to using stunt doubles for its contestants?
Oh, I don't know. Not that I really do reality TV.
It wasn't Jersey Shore. Or Love Island. What's that one? Love Island or whatever it is.
Love Island, alternatively titled "We're desperately trying to film people shagging."
Yeah, but not show anything.
Oh no, hang on, that's Big Brother. Right.
That's Big Brother. Big Brother used to be naughtier when it first came out, and then they tamed it down. Not that I ever watched it.
I still love that over here. The first time it happened on Big Brother, that was the teenager special with the school kids.
Okay, there you go. Yes.
No, she came into the diary. One of the girls came in the diary room the next morning asking for the morning after pill.
Yeah.
I mean, leave it after all those years. Leave it to the teenagers to give them what they wanted. Oh, you want to see you shagging? Yeah, all right then.
There you go. No ideas. Okay.
No, I ain't got a clue.
Survivor has actually had
rings a vague bell.
Survivor, it's a very big one. Been running 14 years or something. And
longer than that.
Yeah. And yes, some of the producers have admitted to using doubles to make the action more interesting. So there you go. So it's not so real after all. What is the only country banned for an international space station?
What? The ones who went and built their own space station?
Yeah. New Zealand.
Yeah. Them.
New Zealand.
What? What? Because they weren't allowed to build a deck.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. No deck on the outside of it.
No deck.
Actually, I can think of another country. Antarctica is banned from building its own space station.
Well, Antarctica's not built from building a space station.
Doesn't have its own government. There you go. So,
But this country, that's one of the reasons why they went ahead and built their own. Well, they're on. What's their space station now? Is it 2 or 3? I can't remember.
Hey, Timbo, you've heard of this one before, haven't you, Timbo? Timbo, you've heard of this one. What happens when a smart New Zealander comes to Australia?
I've never seen that happen.
It lowers the IQ of both countries.
Yes, I have heard that one before. Okay, obviously the answer is China. Is the only country.
China, yes.
It's, for those who got it, Larry was the first one to get that one. Okay, what hotel was given has given its name to the Caesar salad? I don't know where Nate's came from. Given the Nate's name to the... Yes, no, it didn't round up its Nate's.
I know which hotel it isn't. It's not Hotel California.
No, it is not Hotel California, because that would have been called the Californian salad. They gave their name
Caesar's Palace.
Caesar's Palace, yeah, of course.
Caesar's Palace.
Has to be Caesar's Palace.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Hotel California gave its name to a type of sushi. Californian roll. No clue. Okay, we got no clue. It is obviously Caesar, but it's Hotel Caesar in Tijuana. So not Caesar's Palace, believe it or not. And one last big science, just to finish off with. Waldorf. Funny enough, Brian, Waldorf didn't give the name to the Caesar salad, but maybe the Waldorf salad.
It become a Waldorf salad.
Yeah. I remember that from Faulty Towers. Well done, sir.
Oh, dear. Waldorf from walnuts. Okay, last one. Anyone know what that is?
Oh, God. How many times must I have seen that photo?
I reckon, I think they're moats. I thought they were moats. I wasn't sure, but couldn't work out if they were moats or mounds, the little dark areas around the outside. No idea. Do you remember what the first one I put up was? Well, this is the second biggest.
Oh, you put the LHC up first, but
Family Lab?
This is Tevatron. And Tevatron, according to my research, is located in Chicago, and it's the second most powerful
particle accelerator.
Particle accelerator, that's what I was looking for. Thank you. In the world. So there you go. And it did confirm the results that they found at CERN. So there you go. I think by size it's a baby compared to CERN, but still pretty big. So there we go.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so we'll finish off at 12:30. Well, would you like to finish? Let's finish off with something a bit more funny. We put up an Everett. Just do some switching around here. Oops, hang on. Shh. Don't put it up till I'm ready. There we go. Yeah, make it bigger.
Okay, so let's talk about flat Earth and the flat Earth theory.
Exit stage left.
You know how they say that once you go down a rabbit hole, you can't unsee it? Well,
Her mind is functioning on a very simple level. Mental faculties down here seem to be almost atrophied because of non-use.
so we Earth, our dome is has a lot of lands around it actually, but we're located right here by the Q&A in the right corner. That's us right there.
Oh! Oh! That is something you cannot unsee!
And that's just one circle. Imagine all of these other circles that are outside of our knowledge, and all of these alien species and beings that live outside of this Earth that we know.
You know, sometimes it feels like I'm the only Slorpian who wants to escape this garbage planet. Hey, you're the one who chose to land here. My scans didn't indicate it was a human-infested crap hole without a single redeeming value, Terry. We have been stranded here for a year. How is that not a problem for you?
So there's over 170
Was Mars
worlds
green?
outside of our Earth. Some of them that I was able to see was that Atlantis and Lemuria are actually not inside of the Earth, but they're outside.
Could it possibly be? Are the old legends true?
It's
It is. It's the fabled lost city of Atlanta.
Howdy, y'all.
And they have already been colonized by the custodians, Anunnaki, and reptilians. They took over this
Dear
land a long time ago.
reptilian overlords.
Boris, I must have a cigarette. No, we agreed. I do not care.
And so the actual Lemurians and people of Atlantis, they flew, they got out of that place, and now they live in the land of Venus, which is far away from there.
That's the dumbest thing
I ever heard.
So we are literally under a dome, and it's not a crystal dome, okay?
You're kidding, right?
Like I said, through history, we have been told that we live under a dome. Through every country, you know, Indians, Vikings, the Incas, the Chinese, the Celtics, the Africans, all of them told us that we live under a dome.
They've told you.
I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm sold. It gives me the proof. Gives me the proof I need.
I met with the Andromedans in one of my meditations, and they teach me how they actually do the dome, how they actually build the dome.
Who in the hell left the gate on?
Bruh, man, I don't know who the hell left the gate open, but you gotta get your big country ass up out of here, man. Let's roll, bruh, man, roll.
It's not a dome of glass. It's a dome of energy.
Of course. Of course. Oh, of course.
And it's a technology that you know, alien species, we could say, have.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Well, why not?
And this technology, the people that control our simulation use it, but it's not a glass dome. It's actually an energy dome, okay? And only they can undo it.
My brain hurts.
Or unless there's a breakage or a leak into the energy field, and then you could possibly live through a portal.
Who is that dangerously unbalanced woman?
Howard! Howard! Tell them who I am!
I never saw her before in my life.
That's scary. That people like that are
Yep.
empty.
So she spoke to the Andromedans when she was meditating.
Yes. Yes, that
Mighty
was
strong stuff she was helping her to meditate with.
Yes, you could say that. I like the sort of, you can't break it except for maybe when a crack. There might be cracks and that creates a puddle. It's like, okay. This is the band of energy.
What a whack job.
It was a little bit. Ah, dear. I don't feel like playing Dan. I do have a bev.
I bet she can vote as well.
Sorry?
I bet she's entitled to vote.
Yes, she probably is. This is how it works.
That's
you know?
scary. Somebody who thinks like that is entitled to vote.
I'll let all sorts of people vote. I got a couple of timestamp bevs. Let's see. You know, Bev's. Before I play it, guess what Bev's still talking about?
Lovely Thailand.
Yeah, but what's his favourite thing at the moment?
Rumpus.
Rumpus poles, yes. So apparently they're going to go and do another experiment.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard about this one. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And somebody's already
we
got an
have
excuse.
also been at point B and pointed the surveyors for that day. Took some pictures.
It's very quiet.
Gave us the chance to do something I think that nobody's ever done before. It's been claimed by a lot of people to be a test that you can do, but I'm not so sure that anybody has ever done this.
Wait for it.
And it requires you to have point A and point B and 2 auto levels. One at point A and the other one at point B. You make the 2 points, A and B, at a similar elevation above water, which is obviously achievable. And you just point the auto levels at each other. And the way it's been told, magic occurs. Now,
it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
No magic is involved in this. Trust me.
And don't you like, nobody's ever done this before. Wow, it's never been thought of.
Well, he hasn't.
He hasn't done it. I like how he tries to make it out and say, oh, we've come up with something. No.
We don't know because we've never done this yet. We have been at point A with an auto level and pointed it at point B. And we have also been at point B and pointed the auto level at point A.
I haven't seen that one. I've seen the other one.
It's been tested. It is achievable in reality. But what we are going to do is simultaneously give
And
you
at the
the
same time.
chance of watching what occurs when you simultaneously look at B
But you know
from
what
A
occurs.
and A from B.
Well, you accept that he'll come up with something about how when to put the camera on it, it'll changes it. And so,
No, Paper's already given him his excuse. Paper's already explained why what we'll see it happens.
Yes.
Which is just as retarded as well.
It's been claimed by
They
a
are
lot of
anyway.
people.
I think I've got that. Hang on. I think I've got that.
Okay. But I mean, he already knows what happens when you set up an auto level with a camera attached at Welney and you point it to Salter's Load. The crosshairs end up in the fucking trees that are way behind the bridge and up at quite a height. So he already knows what happens.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if you can get an equally clear Salter's Load back to Welney at the same time through another auto level, you get exactly the same thing that will happen. Because that damn dead earth
May
ain't
not
flat.
be
Yeah.
structurally safe. But I don't know. We did hear
did agree
that
with
Rumpus was over engineering his Rumpus pole. So if anybody knows where Rumpus is on his Jesse Kozlowski break, if they can get a message to him about putting one of his videos out, the Rumpus pole manufacture and design video would be helpful, or any video.
Why should he do that?
about
But
anything
Bev,
to
you
do
know
with the
what his
rec
test
test.
is. You keep lying about it, but you're fully conversant with
Brad's
what his
in the
test
chat
actually
asking
is.
for it.
Yes.
But being Bev, he can't help but lie about it because that's what he does.
Now I see what you're saying. The blower. I saying, what is he talking about? A blower
Oh,
on
here
a
comes the
pole?
genius.
Now I see what you're saying. Those things dance around, by the way. They don't stay like vertical.
I know, that's why they're called the rumpus pole dancers.
Now I get it.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, I mean, for reducto ad absurdum, viewing a rumpus pole dancer, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. I couldn't have got anything better. So all we need to do is acquire 2 of these, and I think we could make use of them, because like this, as all experiments, this is something that can be done in loads of different places. I mean, we could do it. You know, all you need is a distance apart. You need to make sure that you are at an equal elevation, and that you can get to the auto level. So once we've been equipped for this thing, we should be able to sort of travel the country, really, doing this, showing everybody what can be seen through 6 miles. We'll be able to prove the simultaneous drop multiple times to loads of different people. Everybody should be able to see this. I mean, if you Google rumpus pole, you'll be able to see what the idea is, and I will be updating that site. Obviously, the more hits it gets, the better it does, and the higher up the list it goes. And we'll be getting more images. Maybe have some fan images, like Mike's just said. Print rumpus image on the dancer.
I like this when Piper gives his bit.
All of these ideas can be looked at, obviously. Brad the Science Guy's drawing his equipotential triangle. He's showing where the rumpus pole is.
Equipotential triangle.
Yes, but the problem is that, for example, in that distance, let's say 6 miles, this optical drop is greater than supposed drop due to curvature, because this drop is based on diverging verticals. So, and the angle between these 2 auto levels would be too small to justify the drop. That's the problem for Globers, because it is too close. Because if it is 1 degree divergence from vertical in 69 miles, something like that. So for 6 miles, that would be 1 of 10, yes, of that. So even if you can reciprocate these 2 auto levels in even shorter distance, the drop would be too big, according to their calculations. So this is the problem, that these drop what Brad the Science guy has drawn is not accurate with the model, because it will not be the same in reality. It does not match the globe model.
Look, there you go.
Okay.
There's the equipotential angle of.
So work that out. Sounds like I'm going to say this here, so it doesn't matter what we show, we can say it's not real.
adjustment, and there's the rumpus pole.
Yes, of course, but this drop is would be too big on the small distance.
So would you project a larger rumpus pole or a
No,
shorter
no.
rumpus pole? What would you do?
No, it doesn't matter. It means that due to curvature and diverging verticals, this drop would be smaller.
Smaller. You would shorten your rumpus pole. Because I was also taught the other day by Nico that the temperature and pressure, actually, pressure shortens your rumpus pole.
What?
Oh, refraction?
No, pressure.
Not refraction?
Pressure.
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 So, so if you have more pressure, air pressure, then the rumpus pole would be shorter.
There are many things that shorten your rumpus pole. Yes, there's not much that lengthens it.
Okay, so this is
They're
technical
just so far
problem.
fucking gone, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. Not even. Yes. Yes, they are good. Yes.
Well, we all know what cold weather will do to your rumpus pole, of course.
Yes. So, again, that was like 3 hours. And that was 1 hour different, and they're still talking about the same thing. So, pretty much by the end of it, they're still talking about the same thing. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. I don't think I've seen.
Else to talk about.
Nah. I got to admit, I don't think I've seen. He said they had a photo of the order level from point B. I remember seeing the order level from point A. I haven't seen the other one. So, you know, maybe they don't want to show the other one because Blue drew all over the first one. So maybe they're a bit worried you might draw all over the second one.
I don't think they attached the camera to the auto level on the bridge itself was loaded.
Oh,
I don't think they did. I've not seen any photos taken through that one.
Nah, that's what I said. I haven't seen it. So, yes, maybe they realised after they did the first one how far out it was and they didn't want any evidence left behind. I don't know. They haven't shown much of it. Well, in the middle of the week, I'm going to bring our show to a close. Get up morning and have some discussions with people at work, so I probably should have wander on. So thank you all for coming. Again, I'll set up again on Saturday. Hopefully those that can come. Thanks to all the peanuts that came. It was good to see you. And we'll do it again in a few days. So thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll catch up there. If you want to say goodbye to the peanuts before I kick them off.
Yeah, see you, peanuts. Thank you very much for coming along.
Yep.
Hey. See you later, guys.